news come through lately?
I mean, aside from the big event going on in Fosse, we've been getting a lot of people coming through heading that way. Especially those that are coming from, kind of nods off to the west, coming from the other continents out that way. And you see him kind of like look around and he nods down to the woman that kind of has her nose in a book. Apparently she's from off that direction.
Oh, right. Yes, the Bloom Festival.
Yeah, Bloom Festival.
But I assume that's the only thing of note that's happened around here.
I mean, unless you know about somebody dying that I don't, yeah.
No. I'm sorry. That was so left field. I was not prepared for that one. She'll just kind of stare for a moment. I'm aware of, but I don't really keep up with that.
Pity.
He kind of looks over you and looks at your clothing. You seem like the type that would.
What is that supposed to mean?
He's gonna lean in and kind of like motion for you to come a bit closer.
She'll lean in.
You might want to rethink your wardrobe.
Yes, I realized that.
Oh, well then you know exactly what I mean. Good.
Yes. Was not my greatest choice of colors.
Okay, above table question.
What was that?
What was the above table question?
Is the color coordination like common knowledge or not?
I mean, I would say it was common knowledge if you kept track of the war history. I would say if you want to check and see if Arwan knows it, you can make a history check.
Okay. I'm getting the different dice.
Laughs and mountain
And what he said to you, Kat, was, "It looks good on you," and then he pulled away.
Much better.
Okay. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Not me gonna be the first one fucking sleeping with someone after the new rule.
I'm trying so hard.
Look. I'm 18.
I'd say from your history and what you do, it probably wouldn't be something you heard a lot, but it would be enough to where you would minorly know enough about it, yeah.
Okay.
She'll smile a little. Oh, well, thank you. But, as you said, bad color choice for at least the local area.
Yeah, he's gonna nod towards the corner where the militia members are sitting and very, like, overtly watching you.
Sorry, you cut out.
He's gonna be like, yeah, and then nod to the corner where the militia members are, and there's about 2 or 3 overtly watching you.
She'll glance over and just give like an awkward wave. Yeah, I see that. I will probably go upstairs and change.
You know, you see him kind of like reach down and shifts through a couple things before he pulls out 3 keys and sets them down. Good luck.
Thank you. And she'll wink. She takes her key.
He winks back and then turns to one of the other patrons that approached.
Arwan's just kind of giving you a look and then just taking the key and going on him.
She's like, as she passes you, she's gonna lean down and go, "What?"
She's gonna lean down?
How tall are you?
Like 6'3"?
Oh shit! Never mind. I guess I'm not leaning down. I thought you were better than me.
She's gonna stand up on her little rabbit toes.
Not Avery! Arwan, okay.
Avery usually plays short characters. Leave me alone.
I mean, because Avery is short.
Terrace wasn't short.
Listen, Aisling isn't even short. Aisling's like 5'10".
Yeah, but I'm still like, you'd be leaning down?
Anyways, okay, she's not gonna lean down. She's just gonna go, "What? Have a problem?"
No. Impressed.
By what? I am actually a rather charming individual.
I
I just don't need to show it to you all.
Just scoffs and walks off to go also change because his clothes are ripped.
Aisling is gonna head upstairs and go change out what she's wearing.
Pretty good idea.
So He's gonna put on more other clothes that are not much better, but doesn't have a giant hole in it.
Yo, are you going to go upstairs? Are you going to stay downstairs? What are you doing?
I want you to know right as you said that. My darling dear Cypress texts me and says, "Tell your son not to be so pathetic." I'm assuming he's mooching her for food. How many people are downstairs?
Of your party or like in general?
In general.
Yeah, there's maybe 20, 30, somewhere in that ballpark.
Okay. Do any of them look familiar or like the way they're dressed or anything?
Make a history check or a perception check.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna do a history check. Or wait, hold on. Let me check my sexy modifiers. Yeah. History is the better one. That's cocked. That's still not much better. 14.
You know, you kind of like look around. Your eyes kind of just like jog over roughly, and it takes you a couple seconds, and you said the word, I don't really know these people. And then you kind of like just out of the corner of your eye, you like catch a figure that's kind of posted up in the back corner, across from the militia members. It seems to be masculine, taller, older, maybe like early 40s, roughly. Has kind of shorter, faded hair in the back with longer bangs. Seems to be like a mixture of like salt and pepper. Really, really flowy clothing. Seems to be like chewing on a toothpick of some degree and like looking at a hand of cards. And across from him is another figure that seems to be half orc. Looks to be female. Also dressed in like somewhat flowy clothing, hair pulled up in like a massive, intricate braid, and they seem to be playing some type of like poker or something. You're not like 100% sure, but the male kind of looks familiar. You don't know from where though.
Mm. Oh my god. Because you know exactly what's going on right now. A lot of internal screaming. Fuck it. Yale's gonna walk over and take a seat. And you're like 15, 20 feet away from them and take out their journal.
Okay. Are you writing in the journal? Are you looking for something in the journal? What are you doing with the journal?
They're just gonna flip through it like they're reading it, but they're keeping an ear out on the pair.
Okay, make a perception check.
Yup. Now, question. Do you want me to roll twice for this or just roll once?
Just once.
Okay. 12.
Okay. You can kind of hear like mumbling back and forth, and you can see like cards being laid down and then like others being shifted around before the male seems to like spread out the cards and grin and like take some coins that were laid on the table before setting them to the side, taking the cards up and shuffling and rehanding out hands, but you can't really tell what they're talking about.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep sitting there and keep trying to listen and just staring really hard at this notebook.
Make a deception check for me.
Not a stealth.
No, deception.
Why?
Because you're trying to actively pretend to read a notebook.
Shut up. Oh, that was so close. 10.
Okay. I say about this time, Haven, you probably are making your way into the city proper.
Are there are there any signs specifically saying that this is Ravereach?
Yes, whenever you come in, like around the main gate, there is a large sign that kind of it looks old and kind of like one of those signs that hangs on, like what do you call it? I lost the fucking word out of my brain. Chains and like does the
Yes, gotcha.
yeah.
Okay, well,
Sounds like my knees in the morning.
All my joints.
are there like guards that I have to get through to get into the city, or is it just like open people going in and going out?
There doesn't really seem to be guards actively like around this perimeter. You do notice like most of the people are not going in and out, but they're just kind of there are a couple scattered around wandering in. You can probably just walk straight in from what you can guess.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so yeah, you enter in, and you probably about this time is when you hear, "Hey, look at that!" And you take that moment of just like thinking about it, and you do it anyway. And when you turn back, your companion is gone.
Yep. To be fair, I specifically asked that if when I turned around and I turned back around, they were gonna disappear, and I was told no. I was lied
No.
to.
You sure were.
after a brief scream and shaking a fist up to the sky, cursing my companion. Now being in Ravereach, Haven's first thought would be, I need to figure out where my companions are to catch up with them, and then quickly realizing he doesn't know where the fuck they are. So, is there anyone, like, right upon entering the city who is doing any sort of work that might have been there? The kind of work that would keep them there for a couple of hours?
Make a perception check for me.
Okay.
And also, are you still disguised, or do you look like Haven?
I dropped the disguise, like, I look like Haven. I haven't been disguised since I
Okay,
talked to
gotcha.
Old Man in the Woods.
Gotcha. I couldn't remember if I asked you when you dropped it, and I just thought about it. So I was like,
And you said perception?
you're...
Woo-hee! Good way to start. Natural 20 for a 22.
Fuck yeah.
Can I have those?
No, you can't.
No,
You have
fuck
to go
you.
off and do hot girl shit like Haven. You have to piss in the woods and get lost.
Exactly. Get good.
You kind of look around, and you do notice maybe about 20 feet or so away from where you enter into the city, there seems to be an individual that has like a large cart with a mule attached, and he seems to be like picking up like a couple of different tables and like rearranging some articles maybe he was selling, like he had been there for a while selling some stuff.
Okay, I'm just literally gonna go straight up to him and, excuse me, I'm looking for a rather odd group of people. There's one in a mask, a lady with rabbit ears, one with an eye patch, and then one that looks like a child, but is not a child. Have you by
You
any
see
chance seen them?
You see the older gentleman, he looks maybe like he's late 60s and kind of he seems to be like shuffling stuff around. Seems to think and think a little bit harder. Oh, you mean the ones that I was wearing the colours I shouldn't have been wearing? Call outpost.
I'm not sure. What is that?
Yeah, senior group, I guess you could call them that. And he kind of nods off and points in the direction. Looks to be towards the east. Probably went to look for one of the taverns.
Did he say the taverns or the tavern?
One of the taverns.
Okay. How many taverns are there exactly in this city,
There's
town?
two.
What is this?
It's a town. He kind of looks around and kind of looks at you and gives you an odd look. We don't have those fancy things like cities do.
What? You know what? I'm not going to ask. What are the two taverns here in town?
The better one is the tacky loot. The dirty one is the shiny crook.
Tacky loot and shiny hook. Well. Let's see. Noah, do me a favor. Assign one of them odds, one of them evens.
The dirty one is odds.
Dirty one is
The shiny
odds.
crook is odds.
I go to the shiny loot.
You go to the dirty one?
I do. Yep,
Oh,
I
boy.
sure do.
So you go to the shiny crook's tavern,
Yep.
not the tavern that they went to. Perfect.
Yep.
I love
I
him.
was like, I can't decide this for myself. This has to be up to fate, and fate has spoken.
They said he's a himbo.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
not gonna be lucky.
I mean, he don't know.
It's true. Alright, so you kind of get the information and then kind of set off in the search of the shiny crook.
Yep.
Alright. So make another perception check as you're wandering through.
Okay. Oh.
Can't wait for Haven to die.
Yeah. You know how I started really good with a natural 20?
Oh no.
That's gonna be a natural 1 for a 3.
Balance.
The
Okay.
universe comes together.
Oh.
It's true. Alright, so you're walking and you're not honestly paying really any attention to where you're going at all, to the point that you're not even paying attention to the signs that you're passing.
Mhm.
And you just keep going and you keep going and
Do I pass
start to
the
realize-
fucking tavern? Do I pass it up? No!
Does he leave the fucking city?
you start to realize after about maybe 15 minutes or so of walking that you've come full circle and you are like on the outskirts of the city, and if you keep going you're going to be heading off into the desert in the surrounding forest areas again.
Oh. Well, this doesn't seem like the right way at all. I'm just gonna stand there, look around for a second, and then turn completely around and go back in.
You turn around and notice as you go to turn around, there is a individual that's standing, kind of just like leaning on a stave, watching you. But like it's make an insight check for me,
Aw.
actually.
Okay. Oh, I have good insight. That's gonna be 10.
You know, it's hard to tell, but you can tell like the very first thing, the surface level is just like pity. And they have kind of like a dapple gray skin that has like scattered flecks of white, kind of various shades of blue texture. They do have horns, seems to be 2 sets of horns that kind of curve up with all different types of adornments on them of gold. About 5'10", kind of androgynous, really thin leaf frame, and they have really long wavy hair that's kind of pulled up in this really haphazard bun that looks like it's probably going to fall over at any point in time. Really, really fine silken robes of like these blues and teals that cinch with a corset, with big billowing sleeves and harem pants. You look lost.
Well then I guess I look the way I am.
Oh,
You
well, that's good.
you wouldn't happen to know the way to the Shiny Crook Tavern, would you?
There's an immediate look of just, what do you want to go there for?
Well, it's not necessarily that I want to go there. It's I'm looking for some people, and they have either went to that tavern or the Tacky Loot, and I figured I would try the one that sounds less savory first, because if they're not there, then I can upgrade to the nicer tavern.
I see. So you're assuming the worst and hoping for better.
I would call it making a gamble, but sure.
And kind of like lean on the stave and tilt their head. I mean, whoever you're looking for seem like the type to go sleep in beds with bed bugs?
Well, it depends on which one you're talking about. There's a few of them, possibly. A few others, not quite.
There's like a stifled laugh. Oh, which one, please, pray tell? There's a couple that you're traveling with then.
Wait, that they said that?
Yeah?
And Haven's just gonna like squint and stare at them for a minute. You hang on 1 second. Need to see something in my notes.
No, Jesse, personally victimize us.
Oh no. They're gonna stare at them for a minute. You wouldn't happen to know a certain Millie Dolores, would you?
There's a moment where it looks like just the soul leaves the body because they're trying to contain the emotion. Yeah, I know a Millie Dolores.
Ah, so you're allowed no, Lauren. Lauren.
Oh, okay, so she told you my name. Yeah, I'm Lauren. Hi.
So you know where my friends are, yes? Well, friends is a strong term.
Maybe.
You know where my companions are.
Maybe.
Well, I don't like the sound of maybe. Could you change it to a yes and help me find them?
I mean, if I don't know where they are and change it to a yes, that means I'm lying. So do you want me to lie to you?
Well, I guess not. So, if you might know where they are... Wait, okay. How can you might know where someone is?
I mean, I saw them come into the city, and I left them coming into the city because I had something I had to handle. And now I'm back because I saw you wandering aimlessly, not paying any attention to where you're going, and you kind of, well...
So
They kind of lean in. You might want to check your pocket.
Haven's gonna check his pockets.
You find your coin purse, and it is 10 gold shy of what it was supposed to be.
Oh. Okay, let me fetch that real quick. -10. Good. Remove. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 16. Now, oh. Did you take my money? I mean, if you did, that is a rather impressive magic trick, I must admit. However, it's not exactly polite to steal from people.
No, I didn't take your money. I saw you did take your money.
Who took my money?
They point off towards the left. A kid, maybe about 14 or so, ran off in that direction.
Oh. Well, I'm sure he needed it. It's fine. Now about my friends that I'm trying to find.
How about this? You tell me which one you think would sleep with bed bugs, and then I'll tell you if I do or don't know where they are.
Well, the one with the mask kind of seemed a little greasy. Like, not in a bad way. It's like an endearing kind of grease, but...
Hey!
They start chuckling. They did not go to the dirty tavern. You want to check the other one?
Can you point me in the direction? of the other one?
They turn and they head kind of like back in the direction you came from. Go down maybe about 10-minute walk that way and take a right. Tacky loot should be around there.
Well, thank you. And Haven's gonna start going that direction, then stop, and then turn back around. You know, you seemed rather taken aback by the fact that your name was given to me. You know what would be a fantastic way to get back at your friend is to tell me Millie's real name.
I mean, Millie is her real name.
No, that is a childhood nickname. I know that for a fact. And Dolores is only sounds like her last name.
Yeah. Millie's her real name, though. I mean, technically. By technicality.
No, a nickname is not a real name.
I mean, maybe she likes the nickname more than her real name, so who are you to decide if it's her real name or not?
Does everyone call them Millie?
No, just one person.
So then, you know, that's not what she goes by.
I mean, she told you that's what her name was, so who am I to change?
Alright, I'm wasting my time on you. You're just as a pain in the ass as she was. Alright, let's go. I'm going. Goodbye.
I mean,
And
you
it's
said
going to
let's go.
start.
Alright, so you start heading back in the direction you were told.
Conversation over. I'm leaving.
Alright, well, back at the not dirty tavern. The two of you that went upstairs, what are you doing?
Aisling is going to head to whatever room she was given, and she's gonna change. And she's gonna leave Kiara upstairs when she returns downstairs.
Okay.
Because she's gonna let Kiara sleep.
Fine. Arwan's also just going up to change and kind of patch up any wounds that he has before coming back down, and he'll just come back with a without the armor and just like a casual linen top
Okay,
that doesn't have a giant hole in it.
Okay, make a medicine check to see how well you do the wound patching.
Okay. I'm okay with that. Ish. Where there is fine. Medicine. Okay, that's not too bad. That's a 26.
Yeah, you know, you're used to this. You managed to clean up yourself pretty easily, and take care of them. Put some balm on there and make sure that they're tightly so they're not going to bleed through. Go back downstairs. I'll say you both would probably notice that Eel settled down somewhere and is attempting to read their diary.
You don't have to say it like that, Noah.
You got a 10, bro. Don't even.
feel like you do.
Silence look at you and just like, you're not being very discreet.
Yes. Aisling is also going to wander in that direction. I will say she is now dressed in teals and silvers.
To Arwen, they're gonna go clap the book shut. Listen, I've read some of it.
I'm guessing you've been reading the same word over and over.
It's a very interesting word. Shut up.
But it's very interesting.
Hey, Kat. What's your intel DC?
My intel DC?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for that.
Yeah.
I was like, which DC are we discussing, bro? Hold on. I always have to math it because I cannot.
I think it's 16, I think. But
I believe you are correct, but I'm going to triple check for you. It is 15.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Good to know. All right. Continue on, guys.
Sus.
I'm going to message you something, by the way.
Okay, that's cute.
That is cute.
I know. Can we all wear party jumpers that look like that?
Just rompers.
Okay, hers would be full length pants though.
Listen, it's
that
still
makes
a
it less
romper.
cute.
Yes, but think about the implications if they weren't full-length pants for me.
Oh, sucks.
She's wearing.
I mean, Arwen would probably want to wear
Full-length
full-length pants and
Pant.
Haven
pants.
wouldn't be able to button most of the
You know what?
buttons.
Fuck it. Never mind. No, she isn't wearing full-length pants.
She's wearing
Fuck it.
tights.
Actually, yes.
Haven's tits are too fucking fat to try
Exactly.
to button it, and you take a breath, and then
It's
they
one of
just
those situations. It's one of those situations where like he manages to get it buttoned, and you see it straining, and then it just buttons go flying like a fucking gunshot.
you take the slightest breath, and it's just a machine gun of blade.
Is that in combat?
Literally, I'm gonna do that at some point.
Instead of the what is it, magic stone? It's titty button.
Magic button.
It's why he keeps his buttons on his shirt unbuttoned all the time. He literally can't get them to stay together.
Too much friendly fire.
I
Yeah.
feel like when that happens, I'm gonna have to make you roll. If you roll really bad, you're gonna hit Eel through the mask in the eye.
I crack his fucking mask. Just
Just go right through the fucking eye hole.
now we have two members wearing eye patches.
I literally hate fucking all of you. Aisling is gonna sidle up to the table in what I sent the rest of the chat.
So you sidle up in your
Interesting word.
cute little romper.
Yup.
I don't see how any word can be interesting enough that you've been staring at it for however long we went upstairs for.
I
Say-
consider automatopoeia to be a very interesting word.
God damn it.
Kind of.
Sure. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go get drink.
Can you see if they have straws?
No, you can. And Arwen's
what?
walking them.
Whatever. Sure. Yeah. I can ask if there's a straw for you.
Thank you.
No, Arwen's trying to make you specialize.
So you head back over, and you do spot Julian kind of like in conversation with, looks to be a male dwarf, and looks up. Oh, looks over. Oh, you'll change. You look nice.
Thank you. What is, I guess, the specialty here for drinks? Anything your tavern's particularly known for?
No.
Is that audible?
Okay, yes, I was.
I'm
I
sorry.
heard it.
They kind of like, he thinks a second. Well, I mean, nods off to the east. And we get pretty good imports from Schnee. Kind of taps the bar in front of the dwarven man that you're speaking to. So we get a lot of good dwarven ale that comes through.
No.
Well, you know what? Yeah, we'll do 2 mugs. And do you guys happen to have straws?
For you or for a friend?
For a friend.
Looks over like to your friends, which one?
She's gonna point it towards EL. That one.
I walked up to the bar too.
EL did not tell me what to get them. Aisling is just gonna order the same thing for them.
I mean, you point
Wait,
at
what are you
EL.
getting?
Julian just kind of stares. No, fresh out of straws.
She grins. Oh, really? Good to know. Make it 2 mugs and keep the second one. She winks.
Kind of stares for a second, then turns around and like gets the mugs, fills them, sets it down. Nice.
How much do I owe you?
Oh, it's on the house this time.
Oh, why thank you.
Arwen's just standing like, okay, hi.
Oh,
And
she
she's
doesn't give a shit about you.
I know.
She looks over to you. What can I get for you?
I'll have my own as well.
Takes it, sets it down. 3 copper.
Just kind of side eyes her. Side eye. Do you have any food?
Stares for a second as if he's like processing what food they had today. I had to think about what menu we had. We do. We had, I think it was a shepherd's pie and some steamed broccoli, if I remember correctly.
Take an order of that.
Okay. He taps the bar and then turns and starts walking off.
How much for the food?
Let me make sure we still have it first.
I'll go ahead and place. How much copper was it again? Sorry.
3.
Okay.
Listen, I never said if he did or did not recognize.
Because Aceling's been here before. Hence why I knew where the fuck we were going.
I'll say about this time is probably when you, Haven, are boom. Entering the tavern.
So I come in and I imagine I see my people around, yes?
Yeah, you see El kind of very covertly trying to read a book, and you see Arwan.
Oh no, the book's closed by now.
Oh, covertly looking at a book. And you see Arwan and Aisling kind of over at the bar. Aisling seems to be like heading back towards Eolis at this point.
Okay. I will basically meet at the same time at the table and
Okay.
just very sheepishly, with his hands slightly raised a little bit, I did not leave for another job this time. I got lost going to take a piss in the woods.
Wait, do you go up to us at the bar and say that?
Well, because you were walking back over to EL, right?
No, I never left the
Oh,
bar.
I thought you were. That was me. I
Oh,
thought you
no.
were grabbing it and going. That was me. I'm sorry.
Oh no, she's waiting.
Oh, well, yeah, well,
She
either
was
way,
flirting.
in that case, then yes, he walked up to you specifically, Aisling, and said that, because you seemed the most
said,
miffed about
"Mom."
it last time, so...
So
It is the mom. Sorry.
Like, I didn't disobey you, I did something else stupid.
She's gonna
Arwen
stare
just
at you.
comes.
I'm sorry. What? No, don't ask. Don't answer that. I'm glad you managed to make it to Ravereach in one piece.
Thank you.
Maybe stop wandering off.
To be fair, I didn't wander off. I had to take a piss, and it did not cross my mind to let someone know. I figured I could get it done in time and then come back. And my stream was a bit longer
I
this
do
time.
not. No, please, Haven, stop. I don't want to know that. Gross.
I'm just trying to give you a
I
proper
don't care.
explanation.
I don't care.
Oh.
Again, I'm glad you made it in one piece. I don't know how the hell you managed that if you got lost trying to find us again.
Well, I mean, I could have been in pieces, but luckily I have wonderful survival instincts.
I don't believe you.
Well,
Can I insight check Haven? Are they telling the
Sure.
truth?
Sure you can.
I am also because I'm assuming I can hear this.
Oh, Haven, buddy, we don't believe you.
It's okay.
26. Does it? Do I
19.
believe Haven?
I mean, he's telling
mean,
the truth. He believes that he has very wonderful survival instincts.
I mean, he's standing there, so apparently he did something right.
I mean, you did survive for what you call that survival instincts.
Yeah, after I had lost sight of you, I kept going in the direction I believe you did. I saw some of your footsteps, or at least what I assumed to be your footsteps. It's a trail. It could have been anyone's, I suppose. And I met a very kind dwarven man who had this very large automaton type thing. And I simply asked about if he'd seen anyone. He said that he saw a kind of scrungly masked person eat shit in the dirt. And I figured, well, that matches one description. And then he said that someone else he saw had an eye patch, and I was like, oh, well, that's two is not, is it? What's the phrase? Two is a coincidence, three is a something. But yes.
You've only listed 2 of us so far.
well, I assumed that maybe you and damn, what was his friend? Falcon were too sneaky and weren't seen. So, I kept following in that direction, and eventually I had to sleep. And there was some weird shit that happened when I was sleeping. I saw these weird kind of skeleton-like things, but they weren't actually skeletons, and I managed to
We
not
fought
be
them.
seen by them.
Oh, good for you.
Oh, yes, I know you fought them. I was told that you fought them, and they
What?
came through
I'm
some
sorry,
sort of.
who told you?
Well, we'll get to that. After I was not seen by these things, I continued on my way, and then I went through this very strange tunnel made of like almost nothing but trees, and there was this weird, wavy kind of distortion up in
You
the tree.
went through a portal.
No, I didn't go through the portal. The portal was above, up in the canopies. I managed to sneak by and not.
Can I please? This is not a conversation that you want to have at a tavern where anyone could hear you.
Why not? What's the problem?
She's gonna put it out of her hands.
Yeah,
God.
Arwan is just sitting there.
There's
Yeah,
people around us who have no idea what the context is. Also, that is how you cause panic in a small town like this that has already dealt with terrible things because people don't know how to keep their magic to themselves.
Can I just say that at some
I
point
didn't
EL has
notice.
walked up. At some
You
point
probably
EL.
walked up around the point of the, yeah, I was told you fought them.
Either way, we will discuss the rest of
Yeah,
this.
and they're just like,
Yes,
they've just got a head cocked and they're just.
Okay. Who told you that we fought anything? More importantly.
Oh.
Because that's the important part of the story, because that means people were watching us.
Well,
Oh,
yes,
you ran into our friend.
Oh, well, interesting enough. I also met your friend, Lauren.
Yes.
But the one that I met after I came out of the tunnel of trees, that was Millie Dolores.
Does any part of that name ring a bell?
Nope.
Who?
Without even a check.
Oh, and like he suddenly like kind of like crouches down a little bit and like with wide eyes looking at Aisling. And did you know that Leo has a cheese corporation and apparently Ain worked for him and was stealing cheese and was taking it to someone else who I assume also had a rather large cheese corporation, and that was why Leo was searching for her. She stole his cheese.
No, I'm gonna make a deception check and a constitution check to see if I don't die laughing, because
Okay, they both are at disadvantage.
that's fair. That's fair. I feel like they have to be. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna start with the con check first.
Okay.
Arwen's just looking at him.
Oh, yeah, we get. That's still like a 20. Okay, and then deception. 13, not as hot. She's very clearly just. I'm. Right. Yes, the cheese corporation. Vaguely know about it.
Well, I mean, why didn't you just come forthright and tell us that the reason we were looking for the tiefling Ain was because she was stealing cheese from his business?
I will
It's
say
just
too,
like
all
a
of you
fancy
guys'
cheese.
passive insight is higher than that 13, so you know she's 100% like full of shit.
Well, now she knows about his cheese corporation. She's trying to hide the fact that she's laughing her shit off right now. Like, trying to hold that in. Yes.
Oh yeah, no, you're failing.
Yeah,
I mean-
side-eyeing you, so just like,
The fact that this man would go to such a length to just hunt someone down for stealing cheese.
Okay,
I mean,
I need to know what does Millie look like? That this person that told you about the Cheese Corporation? Because it's
Oh.
kind of a hush thing that we don't talk about it.
oh.
just,
Well, she was a very,
Table cheese.
I mean, she was a very lovely human woman. I think roughly around like 6 feet tall. Very prominent eyelashes. They were fabulous. Kind of brighter brown eyes. Kind of sort of brown blonde short hair. Had very stylish purplish red lipstick. Does that ring a bell?
Does that description ring a bell?
Kind of in her
I guess you're check.
40s.
You said a history check?
Yep.
Oh, and she does not belong to a cult.
Uh-huh.
Just
That's a
like,
19
why-
for my history.
Ael's gonna look at you and say, Haven, coming from experience, that usually means they're from a cult.
Well, see, that's what I thought as well. But I did what I've heard people call a vibe check, and she seemed to be telling the truth.
I think your vibe checks are very accurate.
You're listening to the description, and the thing that like is most prominent to you is the very, very lovely shade of lipstick.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were cutting in and
Yeah.
out a little bit there.
Yeah. I just
Of
got
course
the
I was.
lipstick. I assume that she can piece together who this is based
From
off
the
of.
story that you were just told and the color of the lipstick, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. She just. Interesting. Usually when people tell you they're not part of a cult, they are. So
Well, as I just
I don't-
Stop
explained,
saying.
as I just explained, I understand that, and I agree. I know that sentiment. However, like I said, I got the essence of truth from her. So, at least from what I gathered, I believe her.
okay.
I don't trust
But
your
when you say
judgment.
when you say the essence of truth, did it come in money or sex?
I beg your pardon. I don't understand the question.
Never mind.
Say, I was
Now-
gonna
well,
ask.
now I'm
this
just
is-
going to be curious, and I'm going to have to ask you about it later because I need an answer.
I love them.
Okay, so you met somebody who's apparently not part of a cult,
Correct.
named Millie Dolores, who
Yes.
happened to know Leo and about a cheese corporation.
So far, you're on the right track. Yes.
Did you ever consider that they were fucking with you?
Well, no, not in particular. I mean, my vibe check seemed to be pretty on the nose. And I mean, she was polite and she kind of helped me in the right direction towards Ravereach. So, I mean, I don't have much of a reason not to trust her.
All right, whatever. Yeah,
Mm.
not questioning it.
Yeah, there's some great survival skills.
Lovely
she
ones,
she
really.
seemed to agree.
I don't think that she would, but would that description of the person sound familiar at all?
Make a history check, and I will say, at this point, you guys probably have noticed, like, Julian's just been standing there with, like, a plate of food, just listening to this whole back and forth for, like, 5 minutes, like...
Aisling is gonna turn to look at Julian.
19, and... How much?
No, you don't really... Doesn't ring a bell. 5 copper.
Alright, he'll offer over 10 copper for both the food and the drink.
Thanks. Hands it over.
Aisling is gonna look towards Julian and just mouth, "Help me."
And Arwan's walking away and going back to their table.
So Julian kind of like help you, help you, help you.
Ooh. Okay.
Why did you just say the same thing twice?
Haven, shut up and go flirt with El or somebody else.
What?
Can I
What?
get some food first?
Sure. You want shepherd's pie?
What is it? A pie made by shepherds? What's the flavor?
Julian stares. Oh, you're not from around here. It's not made from shepherds, but it's made from stuff that shepherds watch, like lambs and cows sometimes. I'll be back, and he walks off.
Haven literally just had his finger up like he was about to ask something else, and then just slowly lowers it as he walks away.
Haven, dear, not the brightest, are you?
Haven just kind of like
Haven,
looks
make-
down. Well, do you consider red to be a bright color, or
Oh God!
And this
How
is
did I?
Toy.
I'm marrying them.
It is a very good thing you're very pretty, Haven.
oh, thank you.
I love that I can outright insult you and you won't notice. Okay.
A couple more minutes, and Julian comes back and puts down a plate of like shepherd's pie, and steamed broccoli in front of you, Haven.
So how much do I owe you?
Oh, you gave me entertainment. It's on the house for you.
Oh, well, thank you. And I'll take my free food. And, where is El and Arwan in correspondence to where we're at right now?
Eel's right by you.
Or are you like at the bar?
Oh yeah, they snuck up a while ago.
Is there like an empty seat at the bar?
Yeah, there's a couple.
He'll literally just sit down at the first available fucking seat and just start eating.
I say, Jesse, roll me a d4 and tell me odds or evens.
Oh, okay.
I need to see what seat you sit in.
3.
You sit down next to the woman that had been like looking through her book, and I will say, it's like in the act of sitting, you notice she's like peeking over her book, just watching you.
Me?
Yeah,
No. I'm just
as if
gonna.
maybe she was listening to what you'd been saying.
Oh god.
I'm literally
I
just.
feel like I
gonna-
know who exactly that is, but I can't do anything.
I'm
Listen,
going.
last time we had a woman staring at Haven, we had to not kill her, but almost kill her.
So I'm gonna eat, but the entire time I'm eating, I'm going to be making direct eye contact with her over the book.
I would say after like a minute or so of the direct eye contact, she kind of like pulls it down. You said something about a portal, right?
I mean, I'm assuming it was a portal. Something came through, and I. What's your definition of a portal?
Oh God! Can I hear this conversation?
I mean, she's not being like super stealthy about it. She's just kind of talking. So yeah. I mean, you said a portal, so I'm just interested in what came out of it.
Haven, dear, what did we just talk about?
Well, we talked about some cheese.
No, Haven. We're not talking about what you saw or what we had y'all do.
Ah,
Okay, that's how you scare people.
and Haven's gonna turn back around to the book lady. I have been informed that I cannot disclose any more information. I am going to continue my meal. Please continue your book. And is going to go right back to eating.
Damn it, Haven!
Oh, okay. She very slowly pulls the book back in front of her face.
Aisling's just gonna kind of put her head in her hand for a second, and then she's gonna take a drink.
I feel like we need to start taking shots every time we stress out Aisling.
Did you say I would? I mean, guys, shit, we'd be dead if
I
we
said-
took shots every time that party stressed her out.
Aisling.
You almost didn't.
Let's say Arwan too. I know you said you walked off and went to the table. Did you go to the table that Eel was at?
That we
Reading?
were at.
Okay. You settle back down, and I'll say you do kind of pass by, and you notice that the gentleman that Eel had been eyeing and the half-orc woman are still, like, in back and forth, but this time they've switched over from cards to there seems to be, like, a dice set that the male is throwing, and you hear kind of like, you're just so good at that. How are you so good at that? That's ridiculous. You should not be getting that many snake eyes. I'm just good at that, what can I say?
Do any of them look familiar? Or
No, not particularly.
what you playing?
Looks over. It's the human male. Oh, we're just rolling dice.
Sounds boring.
I
No
mean,
stakes?
Looks to like. It's like he kind of like looks down to there's like a hefty pile of probably at least just like looking at it you could guesstimate at least 40-50 gold sitting in front
Okay, you're
of him.
cutting it out again.
Okay. He looks down and there's like a hefty pile of like 40 to 50 gold in front of him. He's like, I mean, I'm winning, so good stakes.
Mind taking another?
Sure. He holds up the dice. You want to get snake eyes or you want to get a 6?
Alright.
Alright, so you need to roll 2 d6s.
Pull out my D6s. Pull out the ones I can actually read.
Yeah.
Well, I got a 5 and a 1.
He looks down, you see the dice, he takes it and rolls it. You get snake eyes. Oh, it's a tie. Guess we're gonna roll again.
Well, I got a 1 and a 4.
See him look at you. Holds out a hand. Gold's mine.
Insight checking.
Sure. What are you trying to insight check?
See if he's cheating. Or make it looks like he's cheating.
Okay. Make an insight check.
Okay. 23.
Doesn't look like he's cheating.
And how much gold?
Set of gold.
Yeah. Tosses over.
Catches it. Very quickly, I might add. Very quickly. Sets it down. Thanks.
What tricks are you
Goes back to the
applying?
orc woman. Oh, I'm not playing any tricks. I'm just really good at this. You know, prison will do that. So he looks back to the half-orc woman. You want to go again? And he kind of like holds up the dice. I was doing better at poker. I mean, we can play poker too. I'm good at that. She takes out a deck of cards and slaps it down. Shuffle. And they settle back in.
Alright, he's going back to eating for now.
Okay. Alright.
Keeping
say, are you-
kind of a, like, he's at his table again, been kind of keeping an eye on them every once in a while.
Make
And
a stealth check.
stealthily, I was about to say stealthily.
Make a stealth check.
Straight roll, never mind. That would have been a 16.
Okay. Alright, Aisling and EL, are you guys still at the bar?
Aisling would have found a seat. She probably, like, if there was one right where she was standing, she would have taken it. Yeah, no, she's hanging out at the bar.
Okay. How about you, Vale?
Is there an additional seat for real?
I will say the other open seats are farther down, so they'd be about 4 or so seats away from Haven.
They're just gonna kind of stand awkwardly behind, kind of a bit like a little guard, just carefully watching.
There's a couple more minutes, but you see the woman peeks from behind the book and goes, "Psst, to you, Haven."
The lady does?
Yep.
With almost a whole ass piece of broccoli in his mouth. He's gonna like pause and look up. Huh?
So the portal was back that way, and she points towards like just about where you would think you would have to enter into the city or the town.
I'm gonna glance over at Aisling. Is she paying attention?
Can I hear this?
I don't know. You can make a perception check and see. She's not doing so stealthily, but go ahead and roll.
25.
Yeah, you can hear.
She's just gonna shoot a look at Haven.
Haven is going to push the broccoli further into his mouth, and with a mouthful, and then just keep chewing as if he just gave a thorough explanation.
Were you saying so in common, like with your mouth moving?
Basically, he was just saying gibberish, like, with his mouth full,
Gotcha.
but giving the essence of, like, I am explaining it to you, but making Aisling happy by not letting you understand.
I would say there's a moment where she just kind of, like, looks at you, and I'll say this is the first time you've probably, like, paid any attention to her eyes. Her eyes are very, very, very light blue, and they're almost cold. They don't seem to kind of match the rest of her features that kind of have like this subtle smile to them.
Mm-hmm.
She just watches. Well, that's rude. You're just speaking gibberish.
I don't know, maybe you should take a hint when somebody doesn't want to answer you.
No, can you?
I don't think it's that they don't want to answer me. I think it's you don't want them to answer me. She looks at you.
Oh, it's almost like we're in a town that doesn't need anything stirred up.
I mean, it's not stirring up if I'm a scholar and I want to look into it. I'm not from here.
Oh, I could tell. Who are you
Was
exactly?
it better looking clothing than yours that gave it away?
I think my clothes are quite highly made, but thanks. Yours are quite boring.
At least my color scheme is better.
I don't care. Who are you exactly to even ask? I mean, you may be a scholar, but...
I mean, I wasn't speaking to you, so it's kind of rude to interrupt my conversation. 1, and 2, I don't have to tell you anything, because I was asking your friend. I didn't care about names. I didn't care about your name. I wanted to know information.
Why?
She looks over. Because I study phenomena like that.
Haven's eyes have just been nervously going back and forth between this whole conversation. Broccoli's still very clearly in his mouth.
With how far away I am, can I hear them?
You probably cannot. No, you probably can't hear
Okay,
them. You're good, like 20 feet away.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
So you study this, correct?
Yes, I do.
Where did you go to school?
I mean, I went to school for a while in the academy in Belmare, and then I also went to a school out in Avery. Less known.
You can be more specific.
Why? I don't fucking know you.
Well,
You're asking about portals.
Okay, do you own every portal that pops up? Because if so, that's more suspicious than me asking about them.
well, I
no,
chose
it's
this
just... Jesus! You hate us.
Wait.
Poor
For
kid.
fun.
What was said?
They very snarkily said, well, we might own this one.
Aceling's just gonna look at Yell with this look. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Noah, what did you say that this lady looked like?
So she is kind of taller, half elven, appears to be, has mousy, kind of messy brown hair, really, really fair features, that's rather angular, very, very noticeable, like freckles, really, really, really bright, icy blue eyes.
She doesn't look familiar to me, does she?
Roll history check.
My history.
Is he standing on you?
Okay. +0, but I have advantage.
That's so sexy of you.
Okay, first one's pretty good. Second one, ooh, is better. 19.
No, she doesn't look familiar.
Okay, cool.
Well, either way, if you don't mind me asking, you said you were from Belmare? Or you trained there at the academy?
I said that I went to school there for a very short time.
Ah. Who was your teacher?
Jorah, before he died.
Was
Insight
it short
check.
because you got kicked out?
God damn it,
Holy
Yale!
shit! What was the
He
teacher's
said
name?
insight check. Jorah, before he died. Alright, what's your insight?
Hold on. Sorry, my Twitch unmuted and I couldn't understand what was going on. My insight is 26.
She's not lying.
Okay.
She looks to you. No, because I wanted to do more field work and Jorah didn't want us to. So, I went out on my own.
You're lucky that I happen to know who the hell Jorah is.
Oh, really? I wouldn't call it lucky, I would call it just you being nosy.
Well, that is one of my better features. And you
She
trained to...
crinkles her nose.
What?
She crinkles her nose, like she's gonna say something but doesn't.
I don't tend to trust people, and when you ask about portals, well, suspicious at best.
Cat, odds or evens for me.
Evens.
So as you say that, she kind of like closes her book. Funny, I don't tend to trust people who hide what they look like either, but here we are.
Well. Sorry, I need a second to think about how to answer that one.
So she doesn't give you a moment. She just kind of stares at you and then looks to Haven. Well, if you decide that you would like to tell me exact location, that would be most appreciated. Otherwise, I'm going to go aimlessly walk in the dark. And she closes her book completely. She had kind of like a finger holding her place and stands up.
Was she pointing in the right direction?
She was.
It's a shame that you don't trust me, though granted, some of us hide our features for important reasons, you could say.
Oh, like they're ugly?
They're more like... Well, some features are.
Distinguishable.
Oh, no, I meant ugly. My scars are rather horrendous.
Oh, I bet those are probably lovely, then.
Odds or evens, Noah?
Evens.
Okay. They're back that direction, as you pointed. I'd be careful. There's not really anything stopping things from jumping between them.
Oh, I'm interested in seeing these beasties that looks over to Haven your friend said crawled through.
Wait, what'd she say?
She's interested in seeing the beasties that you described that came through.
I mean, to be fair, I don't know where they are. I mean, you could go look for them, but they just kind of walked out into the world. They could be anywhere.
Oh, I'm not going to go into it. I just simply want to see if maybe there's any out and around it. I want to know how they travel.
Oh, you have fun with that.
I will. And she looks over to Julian. Goodbye, dear. She waves, and Julian just kind of waves. And she starts walking out of the tavern.
So, Haven, what have we learned today about just talking about random shit in the middle of a tavern?
I feel like this is a question that is set up to get me in trouble. And they stab another piece of broccoli and shove it into his mouth.
Oh, I should have just done this entire job on my own.
Why didn't you?
Well, you're all a very distracting group, and that will make my life easier down the line.
Oh, that actually brings me to another point. Millie Dolores informed me that it is typical of employers to at least pay part of what is owed to the people that they're hiring upon getting hired, and then the rest is paid afterwards. Is there a reason you did not pay us before?
That
Because
is
we're
not
people.
how any employer ever works. I mean, did we get paid half up front when we took the job from Emberfell? No, we didn't.
I
The
don't
man
know.
had just been robbed.
I wasn't there.
Oh, that's right.
That's
You're
true.
Jesus.
What?
Listen. I forgot Haven's wandered off twice now.
Haven really said, y'all.
Yeet.
Right, sorry, never mind. You weren't there for that because you wandered off. It's not normal. And technically, I haven't employed you. Do you know anything about the job?
Julian kind of clear his throat. I mean, that's typically normal, actually.
See?
Really, because my boss doesn't
See?
pay me half up front. And she's
Well,
gonna
maybe
look
it
at the
just
others.
means you have a shitty boss.
Shit! Yes, totally. Very shitty boss.
I mean, they have a point.
One, I still haven't hired any of you. Two, you don't know what we're doing.
What are we doing exactly?
She's just not something I'm.
I'll say, Julian kind of looks at y'all. I'm gonna go away, and he walks off.
Your food is wonderful, thank you.
Thanks.
You all are irritating as hell.
I'm just sitting at a table by myself.
Yeah, Arwan's not pissing her off. The rest of this. The answer to your question is not something I'm going to just say out in the middle of a tavern.
Well, is this someone we can go so you can explain exactly what we're going to be doing?
You know what? Finish your fucking food, and you can meet me upstairs in my room. And she's gonna down the rest of her drink, push the mug back to where it should be, and drop a gold, and head upstairs.
And after Aisling heads upstairs and Haven has started eating again, he pauses and goes, "But I don't know what room she's in."
Yep.
I
She
suppose
told
we
none
can,
of you.
if nothing else, we can knock on doors until we find her.
Were there room numbers when on the keys when we got them?
No.
Hi, my child. Does she tell Arwan before she goes?
I will say yes, she will go over to Arwen and tell them, because they weren't over there for the conversation of we're meeting upstairs to talk about what exactly the job is, where to find her.
So I was just gonna ask anyway. And what room am I looking for?
Because we didn't really ask where, she'll relay the directions to the room she's staying in.
Alright. I'll make sure these make it up there.
See
As
that
you
you
head
do.
over Aisling, you see the half-orc woman getting up, and you see kind of the other gentleman that had been sitting there in like his later 30s, early 40s, just like shoveling probably about 50 gold worth from the table into a bag and cinching it.
Are the dice visible at all that he was using?
Nope, they're put away.
Does she recognize either of them?
Roll a history check.
$18.
I mean, you don't really recognize either of them by like sight or anything.
Then, yeah, she's just gonna continue to head upstairs. She doesn't care.
Alright, what are the rest of you doing?
Finishing eating and watching these two.
I finish the food
Finish the food.
and think about life choices.
Eel, what are you doing?
Has Julian come back at this point?
Yeah. He's kind of been like looking back and forth. He seems to have kind of gotten back in conversation, maybe about 10 feet away to the dwarf he was talking to previously.
Julian, could I get a plate and some water from my room?
Oh, yeah. Kind of like pushes up and turns, disappears for a few minutes, then comes back with a plate and a large flask of water. Drink over.
Much appreciated. I'm just gonna give him a fucking silver.
Okay.
I just don't want to do the math.
You're valid. That's why when you get money, when you start off, you break some down.
Yeah, I've gotten in the habit of that.
I'm dumb.
I
We
do
know.
that every time.
Cut your...
Love
I
you.
will. I know where you live. I will come over there and cut your ass.
Go for it, bestie. See if I care.
You'd enjoy it. You'd be like, oh, thank God, the sweet oblivion.
Don't come out like that, bitch.
I'll call you out anytime I want. Bitch. Anyways,
Alright, so do y'all linger, or do you go back upstairs?
I was gonna say, as soon as he's gonna give it a moment, and if they don't start making their way upstairs, he'll make his way over there. But he's kind of waiting to see if they try and go upstairs.
Well, yeah. Haven, after Haven finishes their food, he's gonna start like heading upstairs, and once he gets to like the top of the stairs, he just kind of stops and looks around, realizing, remembering again that he doesn't know what room Aisling's in, so he just like cups his hands to his mouth and goes and just starts like yelling her name.
Before he can do that, he will try and stop him.
Okay, for this instance, both of you roll initiative. I need to see who moves first.
Oh no.
Oh no.
This is bad because I think I have a good initiative.
I technically get advantage on initiative.
Uh-oh.
Does exhaustion take away from it? Initiative, the first level
I
cat?
think
I don't remember.
I think it's
I-
just
no.
I
saving
don't think
throw.
so. Okay, I didn't think so, but I wanted to make sure.
Um,
I don't know if that. Well, is that technically considered an ability check?
I don't consider it an ability check because it's separate. I think that it tells you when on exhaustion, but I can check for you.
I'm looking at.
Right now, just to make sure.
Disadvantage. It's not listed as even an effect.
No, I think
Because I would almost count that closer with speed at level 2.
I will say yeah, because I don't think initiative. I think it at one point was considered an ability check, but I don't remember if it
I mean,
is
it's based on your dexterity, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, is it based on an ability check? Yeah, it is. It does. You do get disadvantage, so you get a straight roll.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, then.
I should know that because I rolled a
Well.
disadvantage for Alwyn for this.
Well,
Yeah,
regardless, I got a
Wait.
23.
Regardless, I also got a 23.
Oh!
Wow.
Okay, so we're gonna roll ease it off then. Actually, you know what? No, who has the higher dex mod?
I have
What's
a
your plus?
+3.
I have a +4.
Okay, Haven, you do not stop Haven from yelling. You get there like midway through the yells.
Alright, well, he's gonna
at
still
least
try
if
and stop
anything-
you from yelling at some point. Like,
If anything, he probably got at least like 1 or 2 good like acelings
Mhm.
out before it was
Yep.
stopped.
he's just gonna grab your shoulder this way.
Oh.
And like start dragging you down the hallway. Yale's following. And if
Yale
not,
is
he will go
following.
back. Okay, he's gonna go back for him.
Okay. Alright, so you guys go to Aceling's room and you go, knock, knock, knock.
And he's got one hand on they don't lose them. And it's just like the other hand pinching his brow.
It's unlocked.
Opening the door and shoving Haven in. And then making sure Yale gets in first.
The joy of this game is still lost, Falkor.
Oh, good. Well, lovely to see all of you. And she's gonna look at Haven. Don't ever shout for me.
But you didn't tell me what room you were in before you told me to come to your room, and then you didn't tell me what room you were in. So
you
what
ask?
was I supposed to do?
It's almost like you could have asked Yel or Arwen, because Arwen knew exactly what room I was in.
I would not ask me. I had no fucking clue.
This
The point is that they should have asked one of the two people traveling with us.
well, to be fair, I think this is a mutual mistake. We are both at fault equally, and we can leave it at that.
Sure. We'll leave it at that. So, what all do you want to know? I mean, I assume you're just asking about the job.
Yeah, well, yes. What is the job?
What's the job who we're looking for? He said that there's a woman.
Not me sitting here as Aisling wondering if they're gonna question anything else from that conversation. It's just, what's the job?
Well,
You weren't there for it, I know.
no, but it's like, do have the hint that your name's not the right name.
Listen,
Don't worry,
Haven-
you're getting stared at.
Haven is scatterbrained, so it will come up later when you least expect it.
Oh my
Valid.
gosh, she's gonna turn around and like backhand Haven, just randomly. Shut the fuck up.
My
So she
child.
looks at you guys. So, the job. One, you're all going to be a distraction. Because, well, I can't imagine you'll be good at any of the other stuff that needs to be done that night.
Seems
Damn.
rather presumptuous and rude.
Just kind of gives her a look.
She's gonna give you all a pointed look back. Correction, I think Yell is probably quiet enough. Oh, wait, no. You fell on your face last time we tried to be quiet.
Listen, as I have stated, and as I have been vouched for, I have great survival skills, and I am rather good. I'm rather good at sneaking around.
What
I
you
can
say
also-
someone is
I can
true is not
also-
always correct.
I can also make myself smaller, so I can be harder to see.
Right, okay, anyway.
Or bigger, depending on the distraction part.
We are going to the formal at the castle in Fossey. Yes, I already have an invitation. That's been taken care of. Almost like I might have an in to getting into this event. Your
But
job. Oh, and speaking of, you will need to be dressed nicely. It is a formal. If you're lucky, some of the people I know in Fosse can give you a hand with that. If you're not, you'll have to find stuff on your own. And we don't have a ton of time, so if you want something nice, you better hope or suck up to the people that I will introduce you all to when we get there.
El raises a hand.
Yes, El.
Does the mask get to stay on?
I don't care, sure.
Alright.
I can find a way to get you in, if they argue.
I mean,
So,
It's called a masquerade, correct? We can say I thought I was showing up to one of those.
yes, we could lie, except for the fact that they would know that I wouldn't know whether it was a masquerade or not, so...
Unless you forgot to tell us.
Ooh, yes.
then you'd be That
I
should be
can't
about a
lie on something like that. Because, see, here's the thing. Anyone who knows me knows that I would not forget that. And the chances of the guards believing that are very slim.
El's gonna give you finger guns.
So, if anything, we have to rely on the fact that El simply forgot what I said and hope that they believe that concept.
El's gonna give you finger guns. It is my religion.
That will work just fine. Either way, yes, we are going to a formal event in which also you should be aware that, and she's going to motion to her current outfit and look. I won't quite look like this for that event either because, well, I'm close with someone there and they're expecting someone else to show up. So, well, they're expecting what I look like, not this. And she motions again to the look that she's currently got going.
So your real face.
Yes, my real
And
face.
your real name?
Oh yes, they expect that. Apologies, but you have to understand, I'm not exactly not someone people would recognize.
Out of curiosity, could we be filled in on your appearance and name beforehand so we can not be surprised and at least practice referring to you?
Well, and
also
this
like
brings in the
inside
point that I will probably do that as we're leaving town. That way I can at least act like you all knew me when we get there. But my name is Rune.
Okay, inside checking. I was gonna inside check before that anyways, but... Alright, my child said, did I knock over my dice tray that had all my dice in there, so now they're all mixed together. Hang on 1 second.
Natural 20 for a 27.
Yeah, I'm not gonna... Well, actually, hang on.
Don't forget you have disadvantage.
Yeah, but, yeah, I think that's a straight roll anyway. Okay. Yeah, I mean, either way, I fail. Ah, damn it!
Meanwhile,
If it was with advantage, actually, it would have been me, so, but it's fine.
Sorry, I got distracted by ice cream talk. What is going on?
I failed an inside check.
Okay, that tracks.
I got a
Meanwhile-
19 and a 27.
Meanwhile, Haven looks very tired, and he just under his breath goes, "I'm beginning to think everyone's name is fake."
Maybe.
Hey,
Did you roll
Haven,
the 27?
I'm with
Oh no, I'm
disadvantage.
talking to Jesse.
yeah,
no,
you
it's
see that
just-
quietly?
No, it's just the fact that you said your name was Rune when we originally thought that your name was Aisling.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bestie. I will say, as she says that, her disguise shifts, and the person that you see sitting in front of you has, she looks female, and human, instead of a bunny. She has long, like, champagne blonde hair and green eyes. And notably, she has a series of, like, burns across her left shoulder.
You said champagne colored hair?
Yes, I will send the description for you guys.
How fresh are the burns?
They look old. They don't look recent.
Well, now I don't know what to believe in the slightest. Is when you introduce yourself to someone, it's at least a common courtesy to give them at least a somewhat close name to the one you're going by, or a nickname even, and then there's just the matter of you not even being what you actually look. Who are you? Like, what? Are we actually going to Fossey? Is Fossey even real? What?
I love Haven.
No, I love
I love
you so much.
them so much.
At the right things.
Oh god, did my fucking
Bossy Israel. I can tell you
Video.
that much.
Yeah, I was gonna pat Haven's shoulder and go, at this rate, I'm starting to wonder if that was even the O'Dwyer we met.
Oh, that
No.
was definitely Leo Dwyer.
No,
Oh,
it was just
you-
a man made out of cheese.
Well, no, don't misunderstand. He isn't made out of cheese. He runs a cheese company
Factory.
that apparently doesn't have very good security since it was being stolen from.
Oh, okay. Anyways, aside from the Leo Dwyer situation, my name is Rune. Lovely to meet all of you. Apologies, but again, when we get to Fossey, you will understand, as most of the guards there would know me.
Hey, real quick,
Yes.
insight check on the room thing.
Okay.
Huh?
They're insight checking.
Oh,
You.
name.
As I said, my name is Rune again.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just every time you say it from now on, insight check.
God damn it, you're just so obnoxious.
I wish I could not roll deception, but it's fine.
23?
They're in disadvantage.
Natural 20 for a 24.
You know that she's lying.
Her name is not Rune.
Yeah.
Y'all
Oh my god.
Y'all
I
are
can't,
gonna
even say,
give Haven trust issues.
I can't even say it raises an eyebrow because of the fucking mask.
Yep.
Stinker!
Oh, this is gonna be beautiful if this comes out while Percy is not here.
So El cocks her head. Rune, you gonna keep lying to us?
Odds or evens.
Evens.
You know, I kind of figured you were the smart one in the group, but I was really hoping that she wouldn't pick up on it.
Just trying to.
I think that makes me the smart one.
I mean, that
Mm.
makes sense. That seems like rather sound logic.
How's this if I give you my real name and what I actually look like? Can you keep your damn mouth shut? And she's gonna stare Haven dead in the eyes as she says it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This isn't what you actually. Are you? This? How many lies do you have stacked inside of your body? What? You are an onion of lies. You are layers upon layers of lies.
I mean, I can tell just
And
about as
we-
many as Millie told you.
Aisling is 20 lies wrapped in a trench coat.
To be fair, Millie didn't tell Haven any lies. Haven just took what Millie said and ran with it.
She's just gonna grin. Like I said, can you keep your mouth shut? If
I
people
mean,
ask
I
you
guess,
about me,
to be fair, I mean, whatever you show us is probably going to be a lie as well, so what does it even matter at this point?
I mean,
you know what?
Heather-
That would be nice.
so they're gonna turn to Arwan. Arwan's turned into him. And how about even keep the lies to yourself?
How's this? Let me make this simple and very clear for all of you. If it gets out who I am, and I hear about it, I'll kill you. Clear?
Damn.
And actually, I'm the least terrifying person who could kill you if you shared this information.
I mean, that sounds alright to me, because, again, At this point, I can't be sure if what you're telling is a lie, and I don't like spreading misinformation, so I will keep it to myself at least until I have confirmation on whether it's true or not. But considering how things have been going, I will never get that confirmation. So just go ahead, tell me whatever you want.
It kills me because I know that my freaking camera is frozen.
That's okay.
She's just gonna grin and stare Haven dead in the eyes. She's gonna fully drop her disguise. The name's Ellie Dwyer.
So you did know him.
What do you look like with your full disguise off? I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. It's in the. Yes. Never mind. I remember.
I got you. Hold on, because Jesse has no access to that channel.
Jesse was.
Too many lies!
So, the person you see sitting in front of you has long auburn red hair that spills to about her mid-back. She's got 2 distinct streaks of white that frame her face. Her skin is kind of pale, almost dusky in color, and her eyes are a mix of browns and blues. She's probably about 5'10", kind of hard to tell. She's sitting down. She has notable scars across her shoulders that are burns. God damn it, can my fucking Twitch stop fucking unmuting itself?
No.
Would be
No.
great. So yeah, they kind of travel to the middle of her upper arm, and then her left arm, you can see a notable single scar that comes down to about her elbow. Can't see any of the rest of her scars, and she has a small ring on her left pointer finger that is a simple black band, which you guys would have seen the whole time you've known her, that has little fire opals in it.
Alright, well, with this in mind, what are we supposed to call you?
Ellie, if we're in private, if you're in a tavern, you will call me Rune. And she's gonna flip back to Rune's disguise.
Okay.
So we're sticking from with room for the rest of the journey. Alright.
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
and if we get to she, because that's where we'd be staying, and anyone asks you if you know an Ellie Dwyer, your answer is no.
I mean, the answer will be no regardless, because, you still might be lying, and I do not want to tell someone a fib, so, I mean, your secret of secrets upon secret is safe with me.
I mean, sure, if you don't want to believe me, be my guest. She's gonna look back towards the elf. Do you believe me?
Let me roll an insight check on that
I
one.
was about to say I'm inside checking you again.
I'm not.
Where?
I'm assuming a 21 is decent enough to tell if you're telling the truth or not.
She's not lying, guys. I'm not even rolling.
Yeah.
She's not hiding it at this point.
Haha, my lack of roll was correct.
Well, Il's gonna look at her for a really long moment, eyes narrowed. Look to the other two. He's telling the truth.
I mean, if you say so.
So
I'll lean
normally
back
I have
and
really
cross their
good.
arms.
My apologies, but you have to understand, the Dwyer family is not exactly a unknown family, and we have enough enemies as it is.
You do? You do?
Yes. Heard
Yes.
of them at least.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
Should I know who the Dwyers are?
right. My apologies, Haven. I forget you don't always know things. Well, let's see. I mean, what all do you want to know? My grandparents own a tavern in Fosse, aka where we're going. My parents own a tavern in Belmere named the Starshine Sparrow, and both my parents fought in the prior war, as well as my grandparents.
So we're lying
So-
to your grandparents.
Oh, they won't ask you if you know me, much less if that is me, because they will know. Like,
Okay.
there's no hiding it from them.
Okay.
So, okay, well, back to less lies. In terms of the job, we're being a distraction, but what exactly are we being a distraction for?
Oh, for me, dear, I have someone that I need to have a chat with. And also because more than likely my family will send at least one of my siblings, and I need them to not be paying attention to me. She's gonna grin at Haven. You'll be very good at distracting him.
I,
I don't know.
well, I do appreciate your confidence.
I feel
You have
attacked.
assets.
Oh, thank you.
Quick nod. Totally not lingering on the tits.
Our his
Either
tits bigger
way.
than Thrash's, though.
Let me get the measuring tape.
God damn it.
Anything else we need to have note? Like, what do our siblings look like?
Well, the one that I assume they will send, even though that is not the greatest of choices, would be my older brother Andreas. Not me going to pull up Andreas' description.
So I was about to say, damn description.
Listen!
No, not at all.
Yes, but I
Doesn't
actually
even
have to go
remember.
find. Listen, I'm tired.
I tired. I'm dead.
Boo.
tired. I'm Andreas, and you don't remember what your brother looks like.
Correction, Cat doesn't remember what Andreas looks like for some freaking reason.
That's hurtful. He's literally your PC's son.
I want to make sure I get it right. Okay, fuck off.
He's a half elf.
It's okay. This gives Noah
Halfling.
time to look at.
I was gonna say
I was-
halfling.
Yes, my brother is a fucking halfling.
I
One
mean,
of them is.
Not the one we're trying to
Was.
describe.
I know.
I'm sorry, no. Did you say was?
One of them is.
Oh, I thought you said was, and I was like, damn, you already killed
I mean,
off one of the kids.
was. Yeah, sure. We'll go with
No.
that. No, what color are his eyes? Because I went looking and I realized
They're
like I have his
green.
description. Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, I have his description written down, but like, y'all know I don't take great notes with descriptions.
RT.
He's got darker reddish brown hair, green eyes, taller than me, but not by much. We look pretty similar. It won't be very hard to figure it out.
Wait, similar to which of your layers?
The red-haired one. The actual half-elf. You know, what I actually look like. He just won't
I
have
do
parents are.
suppose that makes sense.
We're actually adopted. It doesn't make any sense that we look identical.
Well, another lie. What? You cannot keep doing this to us. You.
I didn't
I
lie
didn't
about
say
anything.
What
you
are
lied
we
about
to
that.
believe?
I'm sorry. Did you tell me that I'm lying? That I have a brother that looks like me because we're adopted?
Well,
We're
yes.
still siblings.
I mean, sure, but you made it sound like you looked similar because you were siblings, not just because you coincidentally happened to look similar.
That's true.
That is a little odd.
Whatever. Sure. You know what? I don't care. My brother, he's annoying as shit. Love him dearly. Also, he's absolutely gonna try to get in my way because I'm his little sister and he likes to get in my space. So your job is to keep him away from me, and that won't be hard, Haven, because just flirt with him a little.
I mean, I'm not exactly proficient in how to flirt with someone, but I mean,
Oh, good. He'll like you
I
even
can-
more.
well, I can probably hold a decent conversation.
That's plenty.
Well, I'm sure he knows something about Leo's Cheese Factory. Is it a family business?
Yes, all that.
Completely.
All right, then I believe I can handle a conversation.
Wonderful. Jesus.
Jesus.
Somewhere off in the
Jesus.
mountains, you just hear.
So, either way, the person that I am there to speak with, I guess you could say, is Raylan. So if you see her,
Can you
you
spell
could
that for
also
us?
let me know. Raylan,
And
yes,
description?
hold on. Yes, maybe I'll actually give you guys a description this time instead of you guys, continuing on without asking.
You
We
told us to
have
continue
one brain
on.
cell. We have one brain cell, and it's the dungeon master.
Rude. I have the brain cell. It's not my fault my dice hate me.
I certainly do not have the brain cell in this campaign.
No, you just have
I have the tits.
you have the
You have the
assets.
titties. You have the distraction.
The blood goes to my tits, not my brain.
Oh god, just like whenever Haven's like, I need to put blood on something.
Exactly.
Just fucking shoots projectile blood out of his tits.
Please stop. Oh, that's. I hate you.
Well, you know how some lizards can shoot blood out of their eyeballs?
Sure.
That, but Haven's nipples.
Good God.
Please stop. Oh.
I'm
Don't,
terrified.
don't ruin my beautiful character like this.
I'm terrified.
Where did I put this description that I fucking wrote last session?
Yeah, Kat, you've had 2 weeks to get have this. Hi, Fee.
No, okay. Why is
Hard to find
bearded?
information
Jesus
through all those
fuck.
layers, huh?
Yeah.
Raylan
Maybe-
is
For all the lies.
Raylan is a female half elf. She's got blonde hair. It's usually tied back in a braid, but it's very long. Green eyes, about 5'5". No noticeable scars, unless. Well, I doubt she'll wear an open-backed dress. But if she does, she'll have a large series of claw marks across her back.
So, like your second disguise.
Ew, please don't put it that way, because. Yeah, please. No. Yes, similar, but. Ugh. And she, shudders. Very bad way of putting it.
You don't like her.
I don't know.
It's not that I don't like her. Well.
It's that you're like time with her.
We fucked. Alright, happy?
Ah,
Oh.
yeah.
Alright, this is making a little bit more sense now. Are you wanting to speak to her because she is like a scorned lover who you're trying to make amends with? Or
She also stole the trees.
She stole something from my family, and I plan to talk to her about it.
how many people are stealing cheese from your family's business? You
I hate
need
it,
to
you
do
don't want an answer
something
to
about
that.
security.
She's just gonna look at Yel and Arwan with this look of Lord, they're stupid. Look back. Okay. One, it's not that we don't have good security, it's that these people worked with our family, so they can get past security.
I mean, in that case, you need to really figure out some sort of thorough screening system when you're hiring people, because it seems like you are picking some very, very poor choices.
Oh, well, I would say that you guys aren't really the greatest of choices either, given that I know nothing about any of you. And I'm the only one that's spoken.
Well, it seems like there is a fault that runs in the family, and it's hiring
yes.
bad people for the job.
Oh, well, if you turn out to be bad people for the job, I'll just kill you.
Well, I mean, I won't protest. You'd be doing a favor.
Oh!
He just looks
Oh,
concerned.
I think you need
I'm-
to make.
I have to make a check.
I think
Hang on.
you need. No. I need Kat. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
Yep, I saw that coming. God damn it. Oh!
Arwen's not gonna take one of that.
That's a 6.
So, no.
Oh no, you can describe how Ellie looks.
How what?
You can describe how Ellie looks in regards to that.
Any kind of smile or joking air about Ellie disappears. She looks pissed, and she gets up. And she's gonna reach up into her hair and pull out a hairpin. And walk closer. To Haven. That is not a joke, nor is it funny. And if it wasn't meant as a joke, then I think I need to know.
I'm confused. What do you mean? I mean, it was
We
a
don't talk
joke.
about wanting to die near me. How's
Well,
that?
I never said that I wanted to die.
It's not a
Honey?
favor to kill someone.
I mean, it very well could be to someone else. It all depends.
Get out of my room.
What's the magic word?
Oh, you don't get one.
Oh.
Out.
See, Arwen's about to help push you out of the room. I think it is time to go.
Well, before I go, considering recent circumstances, when are we meeting up in the morning, and where are we meeting up in the morning?
If you are smart enough not to wander off again, we will meet downstairs in the tavern at 6 a.m. sharp. If you're not there, I will leave your ass here.
I will.
And you are not
my
getting
best.
half payment up front because you've
Okay.
pissed me off.
Well, it didn't seem like we were getting it anyways, but well. All right. Good night. Oh dear, I don't have a room yet. Well, back downstairs I go. I was gonna head back downstairs to the bar.
Can't take behaving.
So Arwen also
Ace,
is giving you a very
uh,
sad look.
well, Yeah, I guess because y'all know now, Ellie is gonna. God, now I'm gonna call her Aisling all the
Yep.
time. Ellie is gonna look towards El. El, I need to have a private conversation with you still.
Roll. You should roll perception for me really quick.
Perception?
Mhm.
Oh, did you try to sneak off, honey? You know what my passive is, right?
No. Well, I guess maybe you should be rolling.
Say, if I'm still in the doorway,
What
can
did
I also roll?
What do you want me to roll?
Noah, if I'm trying to like hide what they're looking a little distressed / distracted, would that be insight
That would
or?
be insight versus deception.
Okay.
Okay. Now, question: does Lisa say she gets disadvantage because of the mask and only the eyes visible? Because I rolled real bad.
I'm going to say no because of her profession.
Yeah, not that any of you have asked her what her profession is. That's a 27
I
for
was
insight.
about to.
Yeah, that's a fucking 9.
I wasn't leaving yet. I was trying to push him out.
Oh, once Haven's out, Ellie slammed the door.
I
She
didn't
did
fully
not
leave.
let the other two out.
I didn't fully leave.
No, as soon as Haven was out the door, she would have shouted again and turned back to you two.
Okay, so can I also roll insight on Eel?
Sure.
Or sorry, 25, but still that beats a 9.
Oh yeah, I beat a 9 too. Because I rolled a 9 plus 7.
What's up, EL?
They are tense and their eyes are unfocused and they're every so. What the fuck? Okay. Sorry. Something fell in the middle of that. They're very tense. Like
They are.
hands are trembling a little bit, eyes unfocused, and every so often they're gonna like shake their head and in Celestial they're going, oh, shut up, no.
Ellie is going to look at Arwen and motion for them to leave. Just give me a moment, Arwen, would you?
Alright. Now, step out.
Ellie's gonna drop, as soon as the door is shut again, she's gonna drop her disguise and step forward. And in Celestial, EL, are you alright?
And their hands are gonna go up and they're gonna hug themselves. I'm fine.
Insight check.
I'll take this at disadvantage.
That's a good idea.
Oh, that sucks because the first one was a 16. It's still a 12.
I got an 18.
No, they're not fine. They are, well, correction, they're fine in the fact that fine stands for fucked up, insecure, neurotic, and emotional.
God damn it.
Shout out to my therapist,
don't-
Jenny.
I fucking think that Andreas and Eel are gonna be like really good.
I do too. You don't need to lie to me.
That's rich coming from you.
Yes, it is, and I apologize. Was it Haven's comment?
You can see like a little bit of their jaw working.
Look, I've dealt with my fair share of shit like that, and I kicked them out because of it, so I don't know what your deal was with it, and if you want to talk, you can, but I've also learned that forcing or trying to get people to talk to me usually just makes them angry, so when it comes to things like this. But if you need a moment to cool off, feel free. And she'll nod towards where Kiara is. Kiara's pretty good at helping out.
Thanks. You good, Hanako? Who is clacking so hard?
Me.
No.
Sorry. Ellie, have you died before?
Not that I'm aware of. I would assume that is a good answer, correct, Noah? I mean, I don't believe she's died before.
No, she's not died before that, you know.
We really gonna pull another Elwyn. Just not that she's aware of.
No, I mean, that's just the truth. You don't know that she's died. Like, she hasn't died.
I know, I'm just teasing. It's the way that you also put it that you're aware of. I was like, oh, cool.
Because I leave it open. Stuff might come to light later. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I'm
Who
teasing
knows?
Not that I'm aware of. No.
Good. Keep it that way.
Ideally. I am aware of that, actually. I just haven't had to die myself yet, so.
Lucky you. I'm gonna walk over to the cat.
She's gonna smile. And she's gonna tap at her own head. Take it that's the flip? Don't think I didn't notice that you've been punching and kicking and throwing things and not being quite so quiet. And sneaky.
They're gonna... Kiara's in their arms, and they're gonna turn, they're gonna blink, and they're gonna go. What are you talking about?
Okay. If you want to play that game, be my guest.
What game? We're genuinely confused.
Your personality switched. The first time we met was quite different from the person I met that morning after. And you seemed more inclined to sneaking around and staying in the shadows, being quiet, than the person throwing whatever weapon you've been throwing at creatures.
They're gonna tip their head at you and give you like a oh really look. So you're telling me after a 10-minute conversation you perfectly nailed my personality and all of my skill set. Fascinating.
She's just gonna kind of grin. Let's just call it one of my many talents. It's almost like I was trained to do that.
Congratulations. But no personality changes.
Insight check. This was planned to be a conversation later.
Hey,
can
I know,
table
that's
it
why I
if
was
you
like, are
want.
you guys gonna have this now?
We can table this if you want to later, Sky.
No, because you're specifically asking about any personality changes today, and there haven't been, so they're not lying.
Oh, that wasn't for today.
I know, but you specifically referenced just now.
No, she was referencing the first night we met.
Well, yeah, but didn't you also say that they just changed their personality like 2 seconds ago?
No,
No.
that's not what I said. It was about the tavern.
Oh, maybe I'm misunderstanding things. It's okay.
The first tavern in Emberfell. If you don't want to do this roll,
Nah, fuck it,
to
I'll do it.
everyone. Okay, because I don't want you to have to reveal stuff if you don't want to.
Bring it on, bestie.
Okay.
Okay. Well, sorry. I also realized I was looking at the incomplete wrong sheet for some things.
I have a feeling.
Natural 20.
This whole table is a throne of lies.
It
I
is.
know.
Natural 20 for 27.
Arwan's not lying. Right now.
Okay. I will say, technically they're telling the truth because there's no personality changes. Technically.
Uh, hmm.
Based on
Technically?
technicality,
Ah,
his personality's been the same
actually-
the whole time.
not
I
since
mean,
the first night in the tavern, though. Your personality is not the same.
I will give Sky this on the sense of the personality itself has not changed. I will give Sky that on the technicality.
Ellie's still just gonna raise an eyebrow. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was gonna raise the cat.
I don't trust.
What'd you say?
Well, you can continue to hide as you wish.
Whatever you say, Miss Aisling Rune Ellie.
Ace Ruley.
Ace Rowley.
I, quite frankly, don't
Ace Rowley.
really care what you think of my, disguising and lying, given that, well, you know nothing about my life, nor anything about me. Just like I apparently don't get to know anything about the rest of you.
I'm not judging you for hiding yourself. I fully understand that there are reasons I am hiding who I am, what I am.
Mm-hmm. That
So
you've apparently died before?
it happens to the best of us.
Well, I can't disagree with that. But very well. If you want to stick with the story you're going with, be my guest. Like you said, I can't really judge either. And she's gonna turn to open the door to let Arwen back in, if Arwen hasn't wandered off.
I was gonna say, in that time, has Haven gone back down and come back up?
Well, we're gonna cut and we're gonna take our break
Okay.
right now, and we'll come back to that.
Cool.
Wahoo!
So we will be back in 15-ish minutes, guys.
Woo!
Cool. I like to be too.
And we're back. Alright, so you went to open the door for Arwan, and Arwan, you were asking if Haven was still there or if Haven had gone downstairs already, right?
I was asking if he'd come back up from going downstairs.
Oh,
I mean-
one thing to quickly add, sorry. She would have pulled her rune disguise up before she opened the door.
Okay. Alright, so, Haven, do you want to... Well, I guess what we'll do is we will go to you going downstairs and making your way to Julian to get a key. So you go back downstairs and you do see he's kind of like leaned forward, just still like in conversation with the male dwarf that he was chatting with off and on.
I will wait patiently to the side for him to notice me waiting there.
It takes him like a couple seconds and he kind of like glances over. Did you need something?
Well, do you happen to have any more rooms available for the night?
Oh, yeah. He takes out like a large tome and then pulls out a key. What's your name?
Oh, Haven?
Writes it down. 3 silver.
And I will give him the 3 silver.
He takes it and hands over the key.
Does it have like a room number or anything on it?
No.
What room does this go to exactly?
He points upstairs in the opposite direction of where you came from. It's the last room on the right.
Thank you. And I'ma go to my room.
Okay. You start making your way back to your room. I'll say, Arwen, you would probably see Haven like come upstairs into the hallway and turn in the opposite direction. Head down the other way.
I forgot I didn't put my mic back down. He wouldn't go after him. He was just gonna stop him if he passed by.
Okay. Yeah, no, it goes in the opposite direction. So, Jason, you open the door after you're in your rune. You see Arwen still there, I'm assuming.
Do you need anything else?
Do you need anything else?
No, not particularly. If you have any more questions, you can come inside and ask them.
He's gonna peek in. How does the hell look from here?
They're having a grand old time cuddling that cat. They're just cooing at her and catching her little chin.
Kiara is absolutely tucked up and doing what she does best, because that's what she's trying to emotionally support people.
I'd like at least a little bit more information.
Come on in. She opens the door a little bit more.
I'll walk in and kind of lean against the wall or something.
She's going to shut the door and immediately drop her disguise again. Oh, it feels nice to look like me for once.
So a lot of people after you?
Not necessarily after me, it's easier to get work done when people aren't going, oh, you're Ellie Dwyer. People know my family. It's annoying.
He's gonna chuckle and people know her family. I've definitely heard her dad.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Okay, I've definitely heard of your dad. I think it was mentioned that I'd at least seen her mom in passing before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. So, you've heard of my dad. You've apparently... When did you see my mom? And why?
It was during the war. I helped on the sidelines with the injured.
Yeah. I suppose that would make some sense. She was rather prominent enough, I guess.
Definitely stood out.
Yeah, she was a lot back then. Still is, but...
I was about to ask how she changed. I was about to ask how she changed.
Changed from what?
He said, she was a lot. And I was gonna drink
Back
her.
then.
I mean, she's still an amazing blood hunter and cleric and whatever else she does.
I love how
Anyways.
you have to say that because you.
What?
What are you gonna do? Take a fucking class in paladin later?
Listen, fuck all the way off, okay? She's not charismatic enough.
Oh, honey, we done been knew that.
For fire and can multi-class in anything.
Anyways, I don't think you really came in here to ask me about my parents.
So what is the real purpose of this? You said you need to talk to someone. Is there anything of importance that we need to know?
Yeah, keep eyes on my fucking brother if they send him.
And what is it that you actually do?
She's gonna grin a little. Wouldn't you like to know? What do you do?
So I'm a cleric.
You said you worked during the war. Who taught you?
He kind of shifts a bit. My dad? Well, the man I called my dad. So you were adopted. Something we have in common.
Aha. Well, good to know. Are you part of any of the groups? I know a little about them.
Death and Stone.
Is what?
Death and Stone.
Does that ring a bell?
Make a history check with advantage.
You said Death and Stone or Stefan Stone?
Death and Stone.
Can you spell that for my dumbass?
Death as in
DEATH and stone.
Death and stone.
I'm
Oh.
sorry.
Like
Bestie.
death and stone.
I'm sorry, I'm
Okay.
bad talking.
Why-
16. Why? What did I do? 16. Sorry. Ignore the random animal handling check.
An animal handling check? Why?
No, because I was trying to like click off of my screen and I accidentally hit it, the button for it
Oh,
on my
okay.
sheet. Anyways, it was a 16 for history.
Yeah, you know that. That's the one that one of your aunts runs.
Okay. Oh, okay. So you work for Uina.
Who kind of perk a little bit? Yeah.
Okay. She's gonna look towards the owl.
The same. You know?
She's my aunt.
I mean, I don't know that he would know that.
He wouldn't know that. Yeah, he probably wouldn't know that.
She didn't talk about her personal life.
Nope. She doesn't talk about her personal.
Does he say that? Do they say that out loud?
I mean, he kind of like, I guess she would then.
Maybe.
Didn't know she was related to the Dwyers.
I married into the family. Kind of like my mom did.
In a roundabout way.
That awkward moment when you're like, somehow they all kind of married into the Dwyer family, but most of them are actually not related to anyone with the last name.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's gonna look towards El. Anything you'd like to share before I tell you what I do?
No, what do you do?
What do I do?
Huh.
Suck shit up.
It's just that bridge pinch again.
Okay, one. We don't talk like that because that's the kind of shit that I have to hear all the time at the tavern. Your job, dear. What do you do? Are you a monk? Are you a rogue? Are you a barbarian?
I mean, I suppose. I don't know. I'm just someone who's looking for answers. And whatever means it takes to get those answers, I'll do them. If it means doing your monk shit, then I'll do it. If it means doing your rogue shit, I'll do it. If it means signing up to be a fucking Gestures at Arwan.
You mean Ellie?
No, Gestures to Arwan.
Arwen.
I thought you said
cleric.
Alwyn.
No, it means finding a god and becoming a cleric, then sure.
Okay.
Sometimes I don't think it's you find the gold, the god finds you.
That's. Yeah, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut on that. No.
I think he's gonna eye you.
You all literally heard her practically insult Pythus earlier. At one point.
I think I tried to roll it and didn't hear that.
I don't remember who did and didn't hear her response to the Pythus thing at one point. Okay. And what answers are you looking for?
I suppose you'll find out. Or as you like to say, it's on a need-to-know basis.
Oh. Interesting. See, here's the thing. I deal in information, and that makes me not trust you.
I'd love to say they give you a winning smile, but again, that fucking mask.
I'll say she'll grin. And yes, I know. Hypocritical coming from me. What are you rolling? And why do you hate us?
I'll say, as this conversation is going on, Arwen, you hear kind of like a shift at the door and footsteps walking away. You're the only one that has a high enough perception to hear it.
Oh, great.
My 20 isn't high enough?
Nope. Literally,
he's gonna put up
beats it.
He's gonna put up a finger and he is going to try and look out the door.
Okay.
Ellie is standing in front of the door.
He's going to motion. Like, trying to, like, I hearing something.
Ellie's gonna open it and look out. Her disguise is up. She looks like Rune.
Okay. You all see walking away, like just as, not so much away from the door, it's more of like going down the stairs, like the top of the head of it looks to be maybe a feminine presenting person. Black hair. Looks to be human, though.
I hate my life. Do I recognize her, Noah?
Roll a history check.
You roll a history check. If it's who I think it is, can I recognize someone? You know, dirty 20.
It's not who you think it is, but you feel like you've seen this person before in Belmare at some point, like maybe past them on the street.
Excuse me.
There's no response.
God damn it. I mean, I haven't said anything overly incriminating. I just mildly insulted my own family.
Yeah.
She is going to try to stealth up behind the person.
Okay, so roll stealth because you're still actively in the actual door, and they were almost down the stairs. So roll stealth.
Okay. 26.
Okay, now make a perception check to see if you see them.
22.
You don't see them anywhere.
She's just gonna sigh and head back up.
And Arwen is kind of watching and guarding the door. If someone else tries to come back up until she gets back.
She comes back up. No one seems to approach your door. You do see somebody like kind of like walk by as if they're going to the room. They're stumbling a bit, so they're probably drunk.
Lovely. Somebody was listening. They looked mildly familiar, but I couldn't tell who it was. And she's gonna walk back into the room. Motion for Arwen to head deeper into it.
Yeah.
And she'll shut the door again.
Don't think I have any spells that can help with that.
Well, too much to worry about it now. It's not like we actually said anything of importance.
On that note, are you going to mention what you actually do?
Once the door is shut and she's gonna make sure it's locked again, she'll drop her disguise again. Oh. How do I put this in a way that doesn't sound really terrible? I work for the Rose Guard. That's what I do.
And how familiar is the Rose Guard?
I mean, make a history check.
Yeah.
I will say, given what just happened, and Ellie is a little ashamed of her own not paying attention, she is saying this quietly enough so it should not be overheard. If you want me to roll stealth.
Yeah, go ahead and roll stealth.
And after roll, I have a disadvantage. Oh. That's still not a bad 16.
Cool. 26 for stealth.
Alright, so, I mean, historically, you know roughly about the Rose Guard. You know that they were one of the predominant organizations that seemed to have just more of a political agenda initially, several years ago, before the end of the war. As the war kind of went on, they seemed to have more motivation to take out the primordial that was supposedly wreaking havoc on the world, and also they seem to have like a very in-depth vendetta against one of the leaders of Pern.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I deal in information. Sky, if you're talking, I couldn't hear you.
I'm not talking.
Oh, your thing lit up. I was so confused.
I bumped.
Oh, you're good.
I'm typing
Hey, Cat, odds or evens?
No.
Yeah.
Odds.
And so there's a couple minutes as you guys kind of go farther in. It doesn't sound like there's someone at the door. It's more, it sounds like there's two people like walking and like singing as if they've been drinking quite a bit, passing by the door.
I don't trust you.
I mean, they're not being stealthy about it, so you can hear them. So I'm just letting you know.
Question.
Do the voices sound familiar?
Yeah, they do. They sound like one of them sounds like the dwarf that Julian was talking to, and the other one sounds like the vaguely, at least not to you, it wouldn't sound familiar, but to Arwan and Eel, it would sound like the human male that had been sitting with the half-orc woman.
Okay.
I have a question. I've heard of the Rose Guard too, correct?
Yes, you have. You probably, like, if you want to roll to see, like, if you know anything more in depth, otherwise you can pretty much know. You pretty much would know what Arwan does.
Okay, I'm gonna. Yeah, I know. And I don't fucking know jack shit more than Arwen. Highest was a 5.
Yeah, you know basic information. There's not like any in-depth information because even with the whole of like society knowing about them now, they're still pretty secretive about their information.
Got me just realizing something that I should have rolled for earlier. I'm a wait and see what. Anyways. Am I just stupid? Oh god. Round fucking 2 with that family. God damn it. Oh. Man, one of them is so
Maybe.
gonna make fun of her later for it, and it's gonna be completely deserved. Anyways,
The child,
go
what are
ahead.
we doing? I forgot what I was gonna say. Hang on.
I don't know. I mentioned that I dealt in.
Oh. I guess that would also explain the disguise.
Ah, yes. Almost like it's my job.
Almost. Hi. How are we doing?
You didn't roll, cat, so you don't get it for free.
I'm so confused. No, because I didn't recognize the description.
Yeah, because you personally, you have never met this NPC, but she
Okay.
would know them.
Oh yeah, that tracks. Oh great. Doesn't matter. It's fine. What were you asking?
I just mentioned that it makes sense for the disguise and
Oh
what
yeah,
you
and I
do.
said it was almost like it's my job.
And then I was talking to my cat who just decided to push things out of my lap, so he said,
Yes, well. Either way, technically I am doing work for, well, doing a job that came to the Rose God.
it's like, he'll think for a moment. And kind of look at Eel again. Just taking answers. Assuming you might have some information about. Just trying to think of how to word it. Things going awry.
Awry where? You're gonna have to be a little more specific.
See, that's the part I don't know. He is going to describe, hang on. Someone I know got a little bit messed up and messed up. He's going to describe it's an emblem with a demonic face and head.
Noah, does she recognize the description?
Yeah, you do. You know that it's one that you've seen in your father's paperwork a lot.
Which group is it? I'm assuming it's Felgard.
Mhm.
Why do you know what that... What's the context and why are you describing that to me?
He's trying to think of how to word it.
And I would highly recommend you don't lie to me.
Not lying. I don't know much, really.
I'm trying to
I mean,
ascertain why you know that emblem.
I've seen it.
On?
Don't think we discussed where he saw it.
Make a history check.
So, can we not knock over my laptop? You can sit on my lap, I don't mind, but I'm trying to die.
Just because I missed what the emblem was described as, can I ask?
I will send it.
Okay, thank you.
So pretty much it's a demonic-esque looking emblem. It seems to be kind of like a very strange looking head with a fire to some degree around it. I'm gonna scroll to find the damn thing.
14.
You just vaguely remember passing someone a couple times that seemed a bit off with the emblem on them. And you recall the person that you are thinking about being uneasy around them, but they couldn't explain why.
Yeah. It's more of a hunch than anything. But it was on a person that it was on the body of someone that this person didn't seem well around.
Well,
And then started after that.
and now a person that you know seems unwell after being around this image?
More they reacted to that person.
In what way? Like, just negatively? Or as in they are having problems?
Negatively.
Okay. Specifics are
They
important,
didn't
dear.
have problems, did they?
No, that you can see.
Okay.
Specifics are important. Yes, I know vaguely of that group. They're another group that I don't like either, quite frankly.
He's gonna cut out you. And why?
Well, let's just say, much like another lesser active group nowadays, they've done some shit that I don't agree with.
What are they called?
The Felguard.
Inspired by the Rose.
What?
Was the name inspired by the Rose God or something?
Ellie,
Consciously.
deadpan stares at you. That's not funny in any way, shape, or form.
It is for me.
Fuck off, Noah. I understand it. Ellie understands it. Ellie is now grumpy.
Listen, I'm just saying, we have the Rose Guard, we have the Fell Guard.
It's like someone's
Name
trying
you
to steal
can-
it.
Yeah.
What?
Sounds like someone's trying to steal the name. Or just, like, the sound of it. And he's like, not trying to make a joke. He's more like gritting his teeth.
They are as bad, if not worse, than other groups. So, yes. I assume they want to confuse people or some shit. They annoy me.
And so what exactly do you know about them? What do they do?
One, Noah, can I make a perception check, please?
Say without it, you hear somebody pass by the door already.
Okay. 28.
Yeah, still on that. I mean, you still would have heard them.
Just somebody kind of...
Hear somebody just passing by the door.
How about we table this conversation for when we're not somewhere where people can just kind of wander by and possibly overhear us?
Yeah, that makes more sense.
When
Sorry.
we get to she, it's all right. When we get to she, I'll be a little more willing to talk a little more freely. And like I said, please don't tell my brother that I'm there, because then he's going to get whiny, and I won't get to have any fun. Listen, she's not going to be allowed to flirt or do any of the good shit. If he knows.
I was about to make that joke of, oh, you won't get to fuck.
I mean, you're welcome to make the joke. She will answer fully honest on
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Go ahead. What were you going to say?
I said, oh, so you won't get to fuck around?
Exactly. Because he'll threaten anyone I want to sleep with.
Not anyone.
Yes!
No, if it's Inez, he won't.
Uh-huh.
He likes Inez.
And that's getting into the shit.
Inez and him are besties. She just doesn't know it fully yet. I'll say it's pushing 10:30, 11 o'clock at night at this point.
Yeah. Now, if you two do not mind, and she's going to switch back to her Aisling disguise, I'm gonna head downstairs briefly to go have a chat with someone, and I'd appreciate if you would vacate my room.
Planning on it.
It'll do.
And El, no offense, but you do have to leave Kiara here.
Oh,
She'll kind of shrug. Sorry, I would be a little more willing, but with everything going on, I may need her assistance.
do me a favor and turn around.
She turns around.
EL is also going to turn their back on everyone, peek over their shoulder to make sure no one's looking, and then really quickly lift their mask up and give a little kiss to Kiara's cheek. Yeah, just high enough to give her a kiss.
Oh, you didn't tell Arwan to turn around. He didn't.
You what?
I said you didn't tell Arwan to turn around, so he didn't turn.
I thought you were on the way out the door.
No.
If that was the case, I would have told you to turn around too. I'm sorry. My little pea brain can only hold on to so much information. Also, can I just say that EL and Ellie have the same letters?
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't plan that.
We did not.
Somewhere deep in the mountains on yours. Ah, yes, the E's.
I guess the what?
The E's.
Kane is Kane.
Literally.
Kane's
God
Kane.
damn it.
Kane is Kane. Kane
Never
is
gonna
Kane.
leave.
Yeah, but we have a different reason now.
Okay.
So soon as she's
Do you
like,
guys ever leave her room?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
as soon as he's like, you're getting ready to leave, he's gonna leave too. And
Alright,
go to his room.
you guys head outside. Jesse.
Kane is Kane. Confirmed. 2020.
Alright, so before we do what Aisling is doing, Eel or Arwen, are you guys going to your rooms, or is there anything specific you're wanting to do?
Go to room.
Oh. Can I go back downstairs and see if the half-orc is there still? Or the
Or the what? You cut out.
human?
Okay, so you head downstairs with Aisling, because I'm assuming that's probably where Aisling's going to.
Oh, Aisling's headed downstairs? Then yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
joy. Okay.
Alright, so you both head downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so what are you doing, Aisling?
She's looking for Julian. I'm not even gonna pretend. I mean, she's gonna take a cursory glance to see if she recognizes anyone else within the tavern before she does that.
Alright, it seems to have kind of thinned out now. You do notice that both of you would notice that the human is kind of perched up in a corner, feet on the table, looks to be reading a book of some type.
Do I recognize this person?
The human from earlier? No, you still do not recognize this person. The human male that was with the half-orc.
I thought you said that I did technically know who that was.
No, I said you didn't recognize them by looks.
Okay. God damn it! This motherfucker!
It's not my fault you don't go talk to them. You don't recognize what they look like. Alright, but other than
See,
that,
I have my own suspicions now, but I'm not gonna go over there.
yeah, you see him, he's kind of like pushed up reading. The dwarf that Julian was talking to is not there. Julian is kind of like cleaning the bar.
Yep, she's just gonna head for Julian then. She doesn't see anybody she recognizes.
Deal. Are you heading towards the human?
Because I just recognized him and not the half-orc, right?
He was vaguely familiar, but you couldn't quite remember why.
Hold on. Okay. He's not gonna walk over. He's gonna kind of take note of that and just head back upstairs. And head to his room.
All right. Mason, you go back over to Julian. What are you doing?
She's gonna lean up against the bar. So, apologies for having to leave earlier, and apologies for my group's disruptions.
He kind of like stops mid wipe and just leans forward. Oh, it's okay. Happens.
Sadly, yes. Sure, grin. Do you need any help down here?
I mean, I can't pay you, so no, I'm good.
I'm not asking for payment.
Kind of looks around. No, I mean, I'm pretty good at running my place. Thanks. It's almost like it's my job.
That wasn't meant to be an insult. She'll smile a little. I have my own. I've worked in a tavern, so thought I'd offer.
He smiles. I mean, I appreciate it. Thanks. But no. Kind of like nods upstairs. You're a guest, so guests should be sleeping.
Yes, usually. I guess that's technically how this all works. However, I think you mentioned help in another fashion earlier. She'll grin.
He leans forward. Oh, yeah. And he kind of like looks around. I mean, I gotta wait for these scraggly assholes to go upstairs, but it's in an hour or so.
Well, I would assume you know which room I'm in, so.
He grins. Oh, I do.
Wonderful. And she'll wink, and blow him a kiss, and head back upstairs.
He winks back and waves. Jesus.
Not Ellie doing this just to prove a point at this point to the group that she is charismatic as shit.
And with nobody there to see.
I know.
Look,
Alright, so.
don't doubt it, because he was already flirting with you.
Alright, so I will say. It's a couple hours. Eventually, the patrons do wander off to their beds. And Julian goes around, he locks up, and you hear a knock on the door, Aisling.
You said it was a couple hours?
Yeah, it's probably like 1 or 2 hours, so it's maybe like 1 a.m. or so.
Alright, then she would have been, like, lightly napping.
Okay.
For obvious reasons here. I would like my long rest, thank you. And it never said it had to be 6 continuous hours.
It's true.
It doesn't say it's 6 continuous hours, so she is gonna get the little bit of sleep she can before. And upon hearing the knock, she'll get up and unlock it and open the door.
Yeah, he just slides inside, and I will say, Aisling, so we've implemented the rule, guys.
I know.
If you sleep with someone, obviously we do our performance checks, so we'll do that in a minute. But in the moment of doing what you're doing, it doesn't matter if it's like during, before, after, like some point during that time, what is something that definitively like crosses your character's mind? What can you tell us about your character in that moment?
You cut out there at the end, buddy.
What can you tell us about Aisling in that moment?
What did she learn about herself?
Yeah, what did she learn about herself in that moment?
Oh, jeez. I know we implemented this, and I agreed. I have no fucking clue, because the parameters are a little difficult.
Not really.
I mean, it's not necessarily anything new. She enjoys fucking sleeping around.
Okay, well, we can just say in that moment she learned, I'm still charismatic as shit. I'm still that bitch.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. Do you want me to roll my performance check?
Of course.
Oh, fucking hell. 16.
Yeah, so you guys have a decently good night.
Okay.
Is there anything else that the rest of you would like to do before you go honk shoe?
Get rid of my exhaustion.
I mean, you gotta go honk shoe to do that.
Yeah.
Haven, EO, is there anything you guys would have done that you think before you went to sleep?
A little bit of meditation, a little bit of yoga. Go take a bed.
Go take a bed? You're gonna go steal a bed. Got it.
And
Mm.
Haven is doing his usual chair up against the doorknob,
Okay.
dagger underneath the pillow.
Valid. Smart man.
Smart.
Alright, so,
Um.
go ahead.
Yeah. Never mind.
Alright, so yeah. You guys get your long rest. Say, go through, you wake up, it's around maybe like 8.
Oh my god.
What?
Don't worry about it. I'll tell you in a second.
What did you do?
Well, let's just say we rolled doubles.
Oh boy.
I know. Now I have to see what has the highest modifier.
That's valid.
Both have a 2.
Oh boy.
Keep going.
Also, Noah, I messaged you something, but I think you kind of already knew that that was gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a feeling. Alright, so. You guys get your long rest and you honk shoe, and wake up around, I would say around like 8 a.m. or so. And it's Ezu 13th. Julian is
8 a.m.?
About 8 a.m., yeah.
I said 6 a.m.
Well, then
Was what
fine.
we-
Haven's
6
downstairs
a.m.
waiting
Sorry,
for
I was
2
like,
hours.
what? I was like, wait a minute.
Listen, 6 a.m. then, because let's say you guys would have went to sleep at 11, 11:30, 12.
We would have had time to get 7 hours.
Yeah, you would have. I'm just double checking.
I was like, wait.
It had been pushing
Oh,
like
God.
5:30. You guys would have just hit that mark. Yeah.
It's fine.
Right, so yeah, 6
Ellie's
a.m.
used to it.
And what day did you say it was?
It is Ezu 13th. Julian is not there when you wake up.
I figured.
He got a business to run.
She can't judge. Damn, her parents run a fucking tavern. Her just, yep, runs a tavern.
So yeah, you guys get your long rest. You wake. What y'all doing?
Going downstairs.
Ellie is heading straight. She's getting her clothes on and heading
Downstairs.
downstairs. I will say she remains in her disguise's room.
I thought you were gonna say pajamas.
Yes, stays in her fucking pajamas. She did not agree to getting up this early in the morning. No, come on, she literally told y'all to be up.
Alright, so you guys come downstairs. You do notice that it's reasonably empty. There's a couple of individuals scattered around. The dwarf from last night is downstairs, seems to be eating. Julian is present. The human male, as you're coming downstairs, is actually walking out of the door that it was gambling. You do not see the half-elven woman that you ran into last night at all, and you do not see the half-orc.
You know, I was gonna ask if that was who I thought it was.
I rolled to see if they were still there, and they were not.
Okay, that's fine. Rune is gonna wander over to the bar to turn in her key.
He looks up and reaches out and takes it and grins. Thank you.
Thank you.
But also, return king.
Grins, thank you.
Twinsies.
Likewise follows you.
Thank you
She's
for the
in a very
sign.
very good mood.
and literally as Haven turns around after handing and he's just like, the service here is so polite.
Just kind of eyes Aisling and then just doesn't ask.
She just grins and winks. You are.
I don't want to know.
Oh. Very well.
Look, I think people share too much. I would rather not.
Have it your way.
BK.
Huh?
You said have it your way. I said just like BK.
Oh, God.
I thought you said be gay. Like, I mean, he is.
Well, Yeah, I guess we're heading on out.
Okay.
Making our way.
Give a brief goodbye. Head. Following the group. Kiara is in the bag sleeping. As usual. Kiara just sits on all of her shit.
Sounds about right.
A queen.
She said, "A throne just for me." No, I need you guys to know the image I have in my head is of the cat like sitting with her like paws over the top of the bag with her head sticking out when we're traveling, and like she
Yes.
falls asleep, but her head falls backwards onto Ellie's back. So it's that look of just snoring, and it's like that can't be comfortable. Don't question it. She's
God, you better hope no one ever steals your bag.
Right?
somebody steals the bag. Why is there a cat in here?
You're gonna hunt down that bag like Leo hunted down that cheese.
Listen, you don't even need to cast the alarm spell on that bag. You just say,
Somebody steals the bag. Kiara, who's probably trained to just scream loudly.
Just husky screams.
She's asserting her dominance.
I hate it here.
Alright, so yeah, you guys start heading out. Who do I want to make roll for me? It's 4 of you, so I'm going to roll a d4. Let's see who does it. Cat! Roll me a d4!
I hate it here.
I got a 1. Let's see you.
You said a D4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus, where the fuck are my D4s?
I don't know.
I found one. 4. And can I roll a perception check as we start making our way?
Sure.
I'm keeping my passive perception.
27.
Okay, is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Anyone she knows, anyone staring funny at them. She is not in purples
I
and
know.
blacks. just making it clear. Rune wouldn't wear those colors. Anyways, Rune is dressed in golds, actually. And
Sure.
that is exactly the correct vibe. And she's just keeping an eye out, making sure nobody is following, watching, or any danger, basically.
As you guys continue on, you kind of make your way through the entirety of Ravereach, and you get a couple of odd stares from just the few people out and about, just because they're not used to seeing you. They haven't seen you here before. Nothing like in detail watching you or anything, but keep going, and you gotta exit the town. I'd say probably maybe half a mile, just because of the road. It would go out and kind of a slope down slightly. You do see 2 individuals walking. One of them you do recognize, the other one you do not. One of them appears to be Lauren.
Do I recognize them both?
No, actually, you don't recognize the other one.
I don't recognize the other person.
No.
Can I make an intelligence check since they're with Lauren?
I mean, sure, I guess.
How's this? Is the person female?
No.
Can I still make an intelligence? I don't trust you. Also,
Wow.
Ellie doesn't trust anyone.
While Kat's doing this, can we get a description on this second person?
Yeah, that'd be great.
I want my intelligence check first.
Okay. And these are ahead or behind us?
They're ahead of you.
Okay, thank you.
It's an 18, Noah.
I mean, it looks to be a person that you do not recognize.
Okay.
Appears to
I
be...
don't think it's a disguise.
No, it doesn't look to be.
Okay.
Appears to be a halfling male. Darker complexion. Similar, flowy clothing. Looks to have darker hair. You can't quite tell if it's black or if it's brown from this, point, but it's darker. It's shorter. Seems to just kind of be, walking and talking with Lauren. You can't overhear what they're saying. You can't see, the front of them because their backs are facing you, but...
Of course, they're going the same direction as us.
that a problem? Is he not one of the god as well?
My problem is that I'm tired of being given babysitters. The other reason for the disguises.
I mean,
Have you had lots of babysitters?
to be fair, is it because they don't trust you, or is it because they just want to make sure you're safe?
They want me to be safe, except for the fact that I am almost a 21-year-old and am trained to do this shit. I don't need
Well-
babysitters.
Well,
He's just kind of chuckling a lot.
well, I mean, to be fair, affection doesn't have an age.
You sound like my mother.
I will take that as a compliment.
I need Haven to meet Alma because it's gonna be the funniest shit. Oh my god. She's gonna stare at Haven. Yeah, okay, that probably is a compliment.
And Haven just smiles.
Either way, I don't need people staring over my shoulder.
At least you have those who care about you.
Yes.
I guess it might get overbearing.
Overbearing is certainly a word for it. I mean, you've met Leo, and that
I'm
was
guessing
toned down.
that's why he was following us and not letting us be alone.
Yes.
That makes sense.
It's almost like that was his daughter.
I was gonna say,
Almost like you're traveling with his kid.
I can imagine his father wouldn't want to leave his daughter with some stranger.
But you know, has been missing for a month.
Hey, they don't know that yet. Shut up. Yes, well, either way, overbearing is the right word for it because let's see, you actively saw him. Lauren works for the same people I do, and one of our bosses is also possibly following us.
Is Cammy disguising herself?
So, as I said, I am over babysitters.
So as you guys
Have
kinda, like,
you had
turn
reason
back-
to need a babysitter? Like getting yourself into trouble that you shouldn't be in?
This whole job. Shit. I don't. Ellie doesn't say that. I have to say it because oh boy, she's just gonna
attacked.
give you a mildly exasperated look. Can we just? We're traveling. She's just gonna start walking.
He's chuckling.
So as you guys like end your conversation and you go to look back in front of you, it is just Lauren walking far ahead of you now.
Ah, fucking shit.
Oh, so the other one disappeared?
Yep.
Cool. Should we let them know we know that they're there, or are we just going to
No.
say follow the duckling or whatever the terminology is?
I guarantee you, Lauren is very well aware that we are back here.
I mean, if we're going to be walking in tandem, I mean, it seems arbitrary to just ignore each other.
It's that heavy sigh. I don't. Sure, Haven. You want to go talk to Lauren? Be my guest.
I'll stay here. We don't have as good a relationship as I do with Millie Dolores.
That just gets a full-on snort at this point. She's given up on the idea of hiding that she knows who that is. Yes, Millie.
And I was just saying that if you walk off to talk to them, you'll be able to make your way back without getting lost.
From now on, I will let you know when I need to relieve my bladder.
Well, because apparently you can't find your way back to us by yourself, that probably isn't a terrible idea.
I feel like I was on the right track. Anyways,
Oh, by the way, Haven, make a con check for me.
Oh no.
What did you
What
do?
did you do?
I don't know what I did. That's the thing.
I just thought about it.
Oh!
Did you touch water?
Did I put no? Well, listen, I'm not quite there. Oh, that's pretty good. Dirty 20.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. You keep on going. Continue.
Okay.
Sus.
You had
Sus?
shepherd's pie. Stares at
Yeah.
Jesse.
Oh, wait, is there that in shepherd's
Yes,
pie?
there is that in
Hey-
shepherd's
Oh,
pie.
oh
Oh
no.
my god. Haven, do you have an allergy?
Maybe.
Are you lactose intolerant?
No, wait, I'm
Haven.
sorry, that's adorable.
There is that in shepherd's pie, and I just thought about it.
Oh my god, I love it here.
Yep. Haven is
How far
lactose
ahead is
intolerant.
Lauren? I will say Ellie has not
Um,
taken her eyes off of Lauren.
I'll say Lauren seems to be going at like a steady pace, maybe about 40 feet ahead of you guys, I'd say.
She's gonna kind of put on a shit-eating grin and then very quietly to the group goes, you know what, fuck it, only because I really want to fuck with them. Oh, Lauren! And she's gonna call out loudly in their direction.
You see there's a second, they kind of like turn around. They continue to walk, but they're like walking backwards, and they look, and then they see you, and they're like, they wave. Hi.
She waves back. They shouldn't even recognize her. That's the best part, but she's just accepted they know who she is.
That you know.
Yeah. Hello. Lovely to see you. I assume you're still heading the same direction as us?
I mean, considering that I'm walking ahead of you, it seems like you're following me.
I mean, I'm not following you. My destination was Farsi to begin with, but lovely to know you're also still going the correct direction.
I mean, yeah, I was going there before, so why would I not be going there now?
I mean, I suppose it makes sense. Is Haifa around?
Somewhere.
Of course she is. I don't know why I bothered asking.
I mean, yeah, she's pissed at you, so.
Oh, I noticed, given she doesn't answer me either.
Probably a good thing.
Actually, no, I'd rather just answer.
They give you a look, like a very, very, like, serious look. No, probably a good thing. Trust me.
I mean, I'd rather her just yell at me now. Get it
That's
over with.
yelling you're gonna get, but yeah, okay.
Oh, I mean, she's gonna kick my ass no matter what.
But they kind of like think. They actually stop walking and like think for a second. Nah, I'll let her tell you. They turn around and keep walking.
Yeah, I don't want to know. But I do. It doesn't matter. I'm in trouble no matter what.
You try and catch up to them.
I mean, yeah, she's gonna at least walk a little faster.
Okay. I'm gonna roll something. Odds or evens, cat.
Why me?
Because it's about you.
Oh no, evens.
You're gonna have to dash to keep up with Lauren.
Oh, then she's not gonna bother. Even with my like higher movement speed.
Yeah, if they dash, they can move 90 feet. So yeah.
Oh, if they're trying to run from them, then she's not gonna bother.
Yeah, no, they actively take off.
Well, that was pleasant.
Yeah, they seem friendly.
Not how I would describe them, but sure.
Sarcasm.
Right.
I'll keep walking for a little bit longer, and eventually it's very, very faint, but you get maybe an hour into your journey, and you kind of have that sudden realization that Falkor is still gone. You also, like, the farther out you get away from Ravereach into the woods in general, you hear, it's soft, but it's almost like a faint clanking of almost like armor, as if someone or several people wearing armor are moving and walking.
As soon as Ellie hears that, she's going to motion to get off the road, and she's gonna start being stealthy again.
Yeah.
You're.
Do I have pass without a trace yet? I rolled well. I just want to know if I can give us pass without a trace yet. No, damn it! When do I get pass without a trace? I bet it's next. It's next level.
Yeah.
No, it's next level when I get to take my
7th. That's right.
Yeah, because it's level. I have to be level 3 in monk.
That's on the floor.
Fine. 28.
Okay.
What is all this rolling?
I'm
Bro.
rolling for each one.
18.
Just felt my fucking asshole clench at that. Jesus.
What did you guys? The other two of you get?
I've got decent stuff. I just keep rolling shit.
14. I have advantage and I keep rolling shit.
I got 16.
So you all kind of like duck off the road, and you're pretty sure that you don't think you're seen. You go to hide away, and what you see, it takes maybe about 5-10 minutes or so, but there are 4 figures that come walking, not in the direction that you were heading, so not from Ravereach, but they come like heading towards Ravereach. It's not so much individuals that you've met before, but you've seen someone that looks like them. It seemed to be those same like tall, lanky-looking humanoid like individuals that have the really dark-looking mixture of leather and like chainmail and piecemeal armor to them is black. The face is half hidden. The bottom half is that kind of dull, almost grayish-looking skin. They seem to just be marching. 2 of them pass by, 2 or maybe about 5-10 feet behind them. Go, and then they stop. And they look directly to where Haven and Eo are. And do any of you speak Abyssal?
In Elemental before.
No.
I'm pretty sure I do not.
Infernal, though.
I literally speak everything but Abyssal and Infernal at this point.
Okay, so they say something to one another. And you see one of them take out a bow and notch an arrow and aim it directly for you two. And that's where we're going to end tonight, because we're going to do initiatives when we get back and play.
Fuck you! Hell yeah.
They rolled for perception 16 and a 15, so those 2 saw you exactly.
Yeah, I was so close. Man, one more higher and it just would have been EL.
Listen, I rolled doubles again.
That sounds about right.
Listen, I need you guys to know one more fucking monk level, and we have pass without a trace at our disposal.
I forgot I had advantage on that, but either way it passed, so it's fine.
Wait, how do you get past that? What level do you get past that trace at as a monk?
It's
just-
because
is
it's
it
a
just your-
subclass. I'm
It's
going
a
Way
type
of the
one.
Shadow.
It's so nice, too.
Yeah, so I get pass without a trace and like 2 other spells.
I already have passed without a trace.
Shut up. You
But
have a special item.
I do.
Yeah,
I could have gotten it
need-
anyway because I'm a fucking ranger.
I need you guys to know in my solo when Noah was having Millie Dolores give me an analogy of the situation with Leo and Ain about like the cheese company. She was like, "Okay, so I want you to picture that you have a big block of cheese," and I just like rolling off the top of my head. I just had Haven be like, "Oh no, I'm sorry, but I'm lactose intolerant. I can't have that." And so I literally just spur of the moment made him lactose intolerant.
I
So
am deceased.
I am totally here for it.
And it is now written.
it's canon. It is now canon.
I'm here
Yes,
for
that
it.
was con check for to see if you got sick from eating cheese.
Oh
Um,
boy.
Fucking
I've
deceased.
never
Holy
thought
shit.
about making any of my characters have allergies.
Listen,
Um,
I am just laughing at the fact that nobody inspected the dwarf. It makes me happy.
I kept meaning to, and then because
But that's where we're
fine.
gonna end tonight, guys. We all love you.
Woo!